Hello and welcome to Stoic in Your Life, where we delve into the complexities of human behavior and uncover the truths that lie beneath the surface. As the famous saying goes, the only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. This profound statement by Socrates reminds us of the importance of constant learning and vigilance in our interactions with others. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey with our latest video, Don't Get Fooled, 8 Signs You're Dealing with an Evil Person. In this video, we're not just discussing everyday misunderstandings or bad days. We're diving into the heart of darkness, exploring the traits of those who may harbor sinister intentions beneath a veneer of charm and normalcy. From the deceptive allure of charm to the cold absence of empathy, we unravel the signs that can help you identify and protect yourself from potentially malevolent individuals. But this isn't just about identifying evil in others. It's also a call to introspection and personal growth. How do we respond to these challenges? How can we fortify ourselves against manipulation and deceit? This video is an invitation to not only learn about these warning signs, but also to engage in a deeper understanding of human nature and our responses to it. Have you ever encountered someone whose charm later revealed a darker side? Or perhaps you've dealt with someone who lacked empathy. We want to hear from you. Share your experiences, insights, and strategies in the comments below. Your stories and wisdom are invaluable in this shared journey of understanding and personal growth. So, sit back, stay vigilant, and let's explore these 8 critical signs together. Remember, knowledge is power, and by arming ourselves with awareness, we can navigate our lives with greater wisdom and discernment. Let's begin this enlightening journey on Stoic in Your Life. 1. The mask of charm. In the realm of human interaction, there's a phenomenon that often goes unnoticed until it's too late. The deceptive allure of charm. Picture this. You meet someone who instantly draws you in with their magnetic personality. They're not just engaging, they're enchanting, making you feel like the center of their world. This experience can be incredibly affirming, leaving you feeling cherished and significant. It's a powerful testament to their apparent warmth and sociability. But beware, for this enchanting veneer might conceal a more ominous truth. This is the mask of charm, a classic hallmark of an individual with sinister motives, a cunning manipulator who's mastered the art of duplicity. Why, you might ask, is charm so often a guise? The answer lies in its utility as a tool. For those harboring malevolent intentions, charm is the perfect disguise. It's their way of pulling people in, constructing a believable illusion of trust and friendship. In this context, charm isn't an outpouring of genuine affection, but a deliberate tactic employed to ensnare, control, and eventually take advantage of others. The real challenge is in discerning authentic charm from its manipulative counterpart. One key indicator is consistency. Does this person's interest in you persist, or does it diminish once they've achieved their goal? Watch how they interact with others, particularly when they believe they're unobserved. A genuinely charming individual maintains their pleasant demeanor, irrespective of their company. In stark contrast, a malevolent person's charm dissipates when it's no longer necessary for their agenda. As time progresses, the facade inevitably crumbles, unveiling their true motives. This could manifest as a sudden indifference to your needs, a pivot towards more egocentric conversations, or even blatant manipulation and dishonesty. Trust your gut feeling. If something seems amiss, it probably is. Remember, actions are more revealing than words. True kindness is consistent and unconditional. It's not a chess move in a game of manipulation. Consider this. Have you ever met someone whose initial charm later unveiled a more sinister nature? How did you come to realize the shift in their behavior? To safeguard yourself from the allure of superficial charm, it's crucial to develop defenses. Reflect on your own experiences and consider what protective measures you could implement. I invite you to share your insights and personal stories in the comments. In our next segment, we'll delve into the lack of empathy, another telling sign of an evil person. Stay tuned, and bear in mind that recognizing these signs is your first line of defense against potential harm. Now let's consider the tale of the charming but deceitful fox from Aesop's fables. The fox, known for its cunning, uses its charm to deceive other animals, often leading them into perilous situations for its own benefit. This allegory serves as a poignant reminder of the dangers of falling for superficial charm, without considering the true intentions behind it. In conclusion, the lesson here is to be vigilant and discerning. It's essential to look beyond surface-level charm and assess the sincerity of one's intentions. As for advice, cultivate self-awareness and trust your intuition. If someone's behavior feels inconsistent or their charm seems too good to be true, it might very well be a mask hiding something more sinister. By understanding these signs and trusting your judgment, you can protect yourself and improve your interactions with others. 2. Absence of empathy. Next, we delve into a crucial aspect that often goes unnoticed but is a significant red flag: the absence of empathy. Empathy, the innate ability to understand and share the feelings of another, is not just a trait, but the very foundation of human connection and compassion. It's what allows us to resonate with someone else's joy or pain, forging bonds of understanding and care. However, when this vital element is missing, it's a glaring indication that you might be in the presence of someone with malevolent intentions. Imagine a person who perceives others not as beings with emotions and rights, but as mere tools for their own ends. This is the crux of the absence of empathy, a failure to acknowledge and respect the emotional states of others. This deficiency manifests in various troubling behaviors, such as indifference to others' suffering, a lack of remorse for harmful actions, and an inability to genuinely rejoice in someone else's successes. For those lacking empathy, the emotions and needs of others are either invisible or irrelevant. The consequences of interacting with someone devoid of empathy are profound and often painful. Relationships turn into one-sided affairs where emotional needs are met only if they serve the manipulator's objectives. Victims frequently feel misunderstood, undervalued, and isolated, as their emotional expressions are disregarded or trivialized. In such a dynamic, emotional abuse often thrives, masquerading as tough love, indifference, or even outright hostility. So how can you spot someone with a significant lack of empathy? Observe their behavior patterns. Do they dismiss or invalidate your feelings and those of others? Are they consistently oblivious to the impact of their actions, especially when those actions cause harm? A clear sign is their tendency to justify cruel or hurtful behavior with excuses, or worse, blaming the victim for being too sensitive or overreacting. Dealing with such individuals necessitates strong personal boundaries and heightened self-awareness. It's essential to understand that their inability to connect emotionally is not a reflection of your worth or the legitimacy of your feelings. Seeking support from empathetic friends or professionals can offer the emotional understanding and validation that an empathy-deficient person cannot provide. Reflect on a time when you felt someone didn't understand or care about your feelings. How did it affect your interaction with them? What are some ways you can protect your emotional well-being when dealing with someone who shows a significant lack of empathy? We'd love to hear your insights and strategies in the comments. As we journey to understand the traits of potentially malevolent individuals, remember that the absence of empathy is a critical red flag. Next, we'll explore another manipulative tool in their arsenal: mastery of manipulation. Stay with us as we continue to arm ourselves with knowledge and strategies to navigate these challenging interactions. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." This profound statement reminds us of the power and necessity of empathy in our interactions. When we encounter those who lack this fundamental trait, it's a stark reminder of the importance of nurturing empathy within ourselves and in our communities. By doing so, we not only protect ourselves from potential harm, but also contribute to a more compassionate and understanding world. 3. Mastery of manipulation. In the intricate dance of human interaction, there exists a dark art practiced by those with malevolent hearts, the art of manipulation. This insidious strategy, far removed from the realm of honest persuasion, thrives on deceit, coercion, and exploitation. Its mastery is a hallmark of those we might dare to label as evil in their relational dealings. As men navigating the complexities of life, particularly those of us in the age bracket of 30 to 65, it's imperative to recognize and understand this tactic, for it often masquerades as normal interaction, making it a particularly dangerous adversary. Manipulation, in its many forms, is a chameleon. It can appear as guilt trips designed to coerce action, gaslighting that plants seeds of self-doubt, or feigned helplessness that tugs at the strings of sympathy and assistance. The manipulator, a puppeteer in their own right, always has the same endgame: to bend you to their will, serving their needs and desires, often at your own expense. This is not unlike the Stoic philosopher Epictetus's warning: we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. In the context of manipulation, this reminds us to be vigilant listeners, discerning the true intentions behind words. To identify manipulation, one must be attuned to both the loud and the whispering signs. Manipulators are adept at emotional leverage, exploiting feelings of sympathy or obligation. They are masters of distortion, twisting facts and situations, often painting themselves as the victim or outright denying their wrongdoing even when evidence says otherwise. Inconsistency is their faithful companion. They are the ones who promise the moon and deliver stones, shifting their stance with the wind of their interests. As Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, advised, everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. This is particularly relevant when dealing with manipulators, as they often present opinions and perspectives skewed to their advantage. The toll of manipulation is heavy. It breeds self-doubt, as its victims question their perceptions and decisions. Relationships, the bedrock of our social existence, may crumble under the weight of mistrust and resentment. Over time, one might find themselves emotionally and physically drained, caught in the web of the manipulator's constant demands and deceptions. Empowerment against manipulation begins with awareness. Recognizing the signs is akin to lighting a torch in darkness. The next step is to assert boundaries. Communicate clearly and firmly what is acceptable and what is not, and stand by these boundaries even in the face of pressure. When in doubt, seek external perspectives. An outside view can often shed light on whether manipulation is at play. Remember the words of the famous philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche: "He who cannot obey himself will be commanded." This is especially true in the context of manipulation. Self-command and adherence to personal boundaries are vital defenses. Lastly, prioritize self-care and lean on the support of trusted individuals who affirm your reality and worth. In the modern world, where interactions are complex and often veiled in layers of digital communication, this becomes even more crucial. As we continue to explore the signs of those with evil intentions, our next topic will delve into their need for control, another pivotal aspect of their behavior. Reflect on your experiences. Can you recall a time when you felt the cold touch of manipulation? What signs alerted you and how did you respond? Developing strategies to strengthen your resistance to manipulation is not just about protecting your autonomy. It's about maintaining the integrity of your relationships and your sense of self. Share your experiences and strategies with our community in the comments section. By understanding and recognizing the signs of manipulation, we arm ourselves against those who would seek to use us for their ends, ensuring that our relationships are built on a foundation of honesty and mutual respect. 4. The urge to control. In the intricate dance of human relationships, the desire to control others often emerges as a sinister shadow, revealing the darker side of human nature. This urge to dominate, a hallmark of those with malevolent intentions, can insidiously weave its way through various facets of life, from the seemingly benign choices of daily living to the profound realms of personal thoughts and actions. Recognizing and confronting this urge is not just an act of self-preservation, but a profound journey towards maintaining one's autonomy and well-being in the presence of such individuals. At the heart of this controlling behavior lies a deep-seated well of insecurities and fears. Those who seek to control others are often grappling with their own internal turmoil, their anxiety and uncertainty about the world around them. In a misguided attempt to quell these inner demons, they exert control over others, falsely believing that this dominance can bring them peace. Yet this path is fraught with destruction, eroding the independence and self-esteem of those caught in its wake. The manifestations of controlling behavior are as varied as they are insidious. It might be as blatant as dictating your wardrobe, your social circle, or your financial decisions. Or it might lurk in the shadows, manifesting as persistent criticism that slowly chips away at your sense of self, leaving you feeling inadequate and reliant. These puppeteers of the human psyche deftly employ tools like emotional manipulation, guilt-tripping, and gaslighting to bend others to their will. They may even isolate you from your support network, severing the lifelines that could help you resist their influence. The psychological toll of living under the shadow of control is profound. It's a slow erosion of self-confidence, a constant barrage of messages that your choices and desires are flawed or inconsequential. Over time, this relentless undermining can lead you to doubt your own decision-making abilities, fostering a dangerous dependence on the very person who seeks to control you. This vicious cycle of control and submission is a labyrinth that can seem impossible to escape. Breaking free from the clutches of a controlling relationship is akin to reclaiming your soul. It begins with the recognition of these controlling behaviors, understanding that they stem not from your inadequacies, but from the controller's own insecurities. The next step is to draw your boundaries with the strength and clarity of a cartographer charting unknown territories. Communicate these boundaries unequivocally, standing firm in your resolve. Rekindle connections with your support network, those friends and family who can offer you a different perspective and unwavering support. In some instances, the guidance of a professional therapist can be invaluable, providing you with the tools and understanding necessary to untangle yourself from this web and rebuild your sense of self. Reflect on your own experiences. Have you ever felt the suffocating grip of control in a relationship? What were the signs that illuminated this reality for you? How can you fortify your boundaries to shield yourself from such controlling behavior in the future? I invite you to join this conversation, sharing your insights and strategies. Recognizing and addressing the urge to control in someone is a crucial step in safeguarding your mental health and ensuring that your relationships are rooted in respect and mutual support. As we continue our exploration, we will delve into the realm of pathological lying, another ominous indicator of a person with evil intentions. This journey is not just about identifying the signs of malevolence in others, but also about fostering resilience and empowerment within ourselves. It's a journey of self-discovery, where we learn to recognize the signs of manipulation and control, and more importantly, how to respond to them with strength and wisdom. In conclusion, the lesson here is clear. Understanding and confronting controlling behavior is essential for our mental and emotional well-being. It's about recognizing the signs, setting firm boundaries, and seeking support when needed. By doing so, we not only protect ourselves but also contribute to healthier, more respectful relationships. Let this be a call to action, a reminder to stand firm in our autonomy, and to nurture relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. 5. The web of lies. A world where truth and fiction blur, where words weave a dangerous dance of deception. This is the realm of the pathological liar, a person whose fabrications go far beyond the occasional white lie. They're not just bending the truth, they're reshaping reality to fit a dark agenda. Imagine someone who lies effortlessly, even when there's no clear reason. They're like artists, but their canvas is the human psyche, and their paint is falsehood. These individuals don't just tell lies, they craft stories so intricate and convincing that separating truth from fiction becomes a Herculean task. Their lies serve many purposes, covering up misdeeds, inflating their ego, or manipulating others for personal gain. It's a spectrum of deceit, ranging from trivial fibs to life-shattering fabrications. Now, spotting a pathological liar is no easy feat. They are the Houdinis of deception, always a step ahead with their illusions. But there are clues. Inconsistencies in their stories, contradictions, evasive answers. Over time, these cracks in their facade grow, revealing the truth behind the mask. Remember, if your gut tells you something's off, or if a story seems too fantastical, it probably is. The damage wrought by pathological lying is deep and far-reaching. It's not just about hurt feelings, it's about trust shattered, relationships strained, and environments turned toxic. Victims are left doubting their own judgment, questioning what's real and what's not. In the workplace, such individuals can turn a collaborative space into a battlefield of doubt and confusion. So, how do you deal with a master of lies? Approach with caution. Question and verify. Keep a record of conversations, a diary of deception, if you will. And, most importantly, lean on those you trust for support and perspective. In extreme cases, stepping back or seeking professional help might be the only way to protect your sanity. Seneca once said, "Falsehood is never in words, it is in things." It reminds us that lies, no matter how artfully presented, cannot change the nature of reality. They are mere shadows, fleeting and insubstantial. Have you ever crossed paths with a pathological liar? What signs tipped you off? How did you shield yourself from their web of lies? Share your experiences in the comments. Let's pool our collective wisdom to better understand and navigate these treacherous waters. Remember, understanding the nature of pathological lying is not just about identifying liars. It's about safeguarding our own perception of reality and maintaining the sanctity of our relationships. 6. Exploitation of kindness. The exploitation of kindness is not just a mere oversight and judgment. It's a deliberate and strategic manipulation of one's good nature. Imagine a scenario where your generosity is not just appreciated, but is seen as a weakness to be exploited. This is the modus operandi of an individual with evil tendencies. They are adept at identifying and leveraging the compassionate nature of those around them, transforming acts of kindness into tools for their own selfish gains. This leaves the giver not just empty-handed, but often feeling used, betrayed, and emotionally drained. Consider the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca. A gift consists not in what is done or given, but in the intention of the giver or doer. This profound statement underscores the difference between genuine need and manipulative exploitation. The exploiter does not care for the intention. They focus solely on what they can extract. Exploitation of kindness often manifests in subtle ways. It might start with a small request, a seemingly innocent plea for help. The exploiter might feign neediness or concoct scenarios that pull at your heartstrings, compelling you to offer assistance. This manipulation is not about mutual support or gratitude. It's a calculated, predatory strategy to gain something for nothing. To identify someone who exploits kindness, keen observation is key. How do they respond to acts of generosity? Is there genuine gratitude, or do they seem to expect and demand help as if it were their right? It's crucial to notice whether they reciprocate kindness, or if their interest in you wanes once their needs are met. These individuals often leave a trail of short-lived relationships in their wake, as people eventually catch on to the one-sided nature of their interactions. In the modern world, where connections are often fleeting and superficial, it's even more important to be vigilant. Social media and online interactions can mask these exploitative behaviors, making it harder to discern genuine need from manipulation. As the famous saying goes, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. This adage rings especially true in guarding against kindness exploitation. Setting boundaries is your shield in this battle. It's essential to differentiate between helping and enabling. While it's noble to offer support, be wary of repeated requests that place you in a disadvantageous position. Trust your instincts. If you feel like you're being taken advantage of, you probably are. Remember, it's okay to say no to unreasonable demands. As Marcus Aurelius wisely advised, it's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. In conclusion, the exploitation of kindness is a subtle, yet devastating form of manipulation. It requires vigilance, keen observation, and the courage to set boundaries. By understanding this tactic and how to counter it, you can protect not only your resources but also your emotional well-being. Remember, true kindness is a virtue, but it should never be a vulnerability. 7. Twisting of morality. In the realm of human interaction, we often encounter a perplexing and dark phenomenon, the twisting of morality by those with malevolent intentions. These individuals, adept in the art of deception, skillfully manipulate moral concepts to serve their nefarious purposes. They are masters at convincing others to engage in unethical actions or to endure unjust treatment, all under the guise of a seemingly sound moral reasoning. At the heart of their strategy lies the ability to present arguments that, while appearing morally upright on the surface, are fundamentally flawed and self-serving. They often exploit cultural, religious, or ethical principles, twisting them to justify harmful actions or to undermine the legitimate objections of others. This manipulation is not just a mere bending of moral rules. It's a complete perversion of them, tailored to fit their selfish agendas. One must be vigilant and discerning when encountering such moral distortions. Be wary of justifications that are overly complex or convoluted, as they often mask ulterior motives. A critical red flag is the presence of inconsistencies in their moral reasoning, particularly when it conveniently aligns with their desires or objectives. A person who frequently shifts their moral stance to suit the situation is likely wielding morality as a tool for manipulation, rather than as a guide for ethical conduct. To safeguard oneself from falling victim to such moral corruption, it is crucial to remain anchored in one's own ethical beliefs. In times of complex ethical dilemmas, seek counsel from trusted individuals who are known for their moral integrity. Furthermore, educating oneself on fundamental ethical principles is essential. This knowledge serves as a bulwark against the manipulative tactics of those who would twist morality for their own gain. Let's consider a relevant story to illustrate this point. Imagine a community leader who is revered for their wisdom and moral guidance. This leader, however, begins to use their influence to persuade the community to support a cause that, while seemingly noble, is actually a cover for their personal gain. They artfully twist religious and ethical teachings to justify their actions, convincing many to follow along. It's only when a few astute members of the community start questioning the inconsistencies in the leader's arguments that the truth begins to unravel. This story serves as a cautionary tale, highlighting the importance of critical thinking and moral vigilance. In conclusion, the lesson here is clear. We must be ever watchful for those who would use morality as a cloak for evil. By staying true to our own ethical convictions and seeking wisdom from those we trust, we can navigate the complex, moral landscapes of our lives. Let this knowledge empower us to make decisions that not only benefit ourselves, but also contribute positively to the world around us. Remember, in the battle against moral distortion, our greatest weapons are our own integrity and the pursuit of truth. 8. Indifference to consequences. Picture this. Someone, let's call them Alex, does something risky or harmful, and it's not just a one-off incident. Alex's actions repeatedly hurt others, yet there's no sign of regret or responsibility on their part. Instead, there's a chilling disregard for the fallout. This isn't just carelessness, it's a profound absence of conscience, a willingness to inflict harm for personal gain. Now, let's break this down. When someone like Alex acts, they're not thinking about who gets hurt. It's not that they don't know the consequences, it's that they don't care. This trait is alarmingly dangerous. It's like watching someone play with fire, unconcerned about the forest burning around them. They might engage in unethical behaviors, take unnecessary risks, or harm others, all without batting an eye. It's a mindset where the ends justify the means, no matter how destructive those means might be. But how do you spot this trait in someone? It's in their reactions, or rather the lack thereof. When their actions lead to a negative outcome, do they show any remorse? Do they try to make amends, or do they shrug it off, justify their actions, or worse, take pride in the chaos they've caused? This consistent indifference is a red flag, signaling a dangerous level of apathy towards others' well-being. Now you might wonder, what can you do to protect yourself from such individuals? The first step is to maintain a healthy distance. If you sense that someone is indifferent to the consequences of their actions, especially if those actions are reckless or unethical, it's wise to step back. Trust your judgment. If something feels off, it probably is. Avoid getting entangled in plans that seem dubious. Remember, it's not just about avoiding direct harm. It's also about not being collateral damage in someone else's irresponsible game. As we ponder this, let's draw wisdom from the Stoic philosopher Seneca, who once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This is particularly relevant here. Often we might downplay our instincts or concerns thinking we're overreacting. But in reality, acknowledging and acting on these instincts can save us from much greater suffering. To wrap this up, let's remember that the indifference to consequences is not just a minor flaw. It's a glaring sign of an evil character. It's about someone's fundamental lack of empathy and disregard for others. By recognizing this trait and taking steps to protect ourselves, we not only avoid potential harm but also align ourselves with people who respect and value the well-being of others. In a world where actions invariably impact others, aligning with those who understand and respect this interconnectedness is not just wise, it's essential for a harmonious life. So, as you navigate through your interactions, keep a keen eye on this trait. It's not just about judging others. It's about safeguarding your peace and well-being. As we wrap up this enlightening journey through our video, 8 Signs You're Dealing with an Evil Person, on Stoic in Your Life, it's crucial to reflect on the profound insights we've uncovered. We've navigated the murky waters of human interaction, identifying key signs like the deceptive mask of charm, the chilling absence of empathy, the cunning art of manipulation, the oppressive urge to control, the tangled web of lies, the exploitation of kindness, the twisting of morality, and the alarming indifference to consequences. These traits are not just theoretical concepts. They are real-world indicators that can profoundly impact our lives and relationships. Now, it's your turn to take these insights into your daily life. Recognize that knowledge is power, the power to protect yourself, to build healthier relationships, and to foster personal growth. Be vigilant in your interactions. Trust your instincts, and don't shy away from setting boundaries. Remember, it's not just about avoiding negative influences. It's also about nurturing positive, empathetic connections with others. I encourage you to engage actively with this content. Have you ever encountered these signs in someone? How did you handle it? What strategies have you developed to safeguard your well-being? Share your experiences and insights in the comments below. Your stories and advice could be a guiding light for someone else facing similar challenges. And if this video has resonated with you, if it has given you valuable tools to navigate the complexities of human behavior, then I urge you to like, share, and subscribe to Stoic in Your Life. Spread the word. Bring more awareness to these crucial topics and help build a community that values understanding, empathy, and resilience. Together, let's continue this journey of personal growth and empowerment. Your engagement and feedback are not just appreciated. They are essential in shaping a more informed, compassionate world. Thank you for being a part of this important conversation. Remember, every step you take towards understanding and awareness is a step towards a happier, more fulfilling life. Welcome to Stoic in Your Life, where we transform ancient wisdom into modern mastery. Today we embark on a journey through the Stoics' guide on how to use rejection to your advantage. Rejection is an opportunity for your selection. Bernard Branson. Imagine a world where every no is not a setback but a step forward, a hidden yes to something greater. Have you ever faced a closed door, only to realize it was the best thing that could have happened? Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, teaches us that what appears to be a denial is often a path to something more significant. In this video, we will delve into 14 powerful lessons that will show you how to harness the power of rejection. We're not just discussing theories, these are practical, actionable strategies that you can apply in your daily life. They're real, they're effective, and they're transformative. Before we dive in, let's spread this wisdom far and wide. Hit the like button, ring the notification bell. Let YouTube know you value what we share. Are you ready to turn your greatest rejections into your most significant victories? Join me on this life-changing journey. Let's begin. Transform rejection into a learning opportunity. In the journey of life, rejection is an inevitable companion, but it need not be a foe. As Stoics, we understand the power of perception and the importance of using every experience, particularly the challenging ones, as a catalyst for personal growth. This perspective is beautifully encapsulated in the Stoic principle of transforming rejection into a learning opportunity. When rejection knocks on your door, instead of sinking into despair or bitterness, pose a powerful question to yourself. What can I learn from this experience? This shift in mindset opens a world of possibilities. Perhaps the rejection highlights a skill that needs honing, a different approach to communication that could be more effective, or a new perspective on your goals that you hadn't considered. It's an invitation to refine your strategies and deepen your understanding, turning a stumbling block into a stepping stone. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, whose numerous failures in inventing the light bulb never deterred him. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His resilience and ability to perceive each failure as a lesson, rather than a defeat, is a quintessential example of the Stoic mindset. Reflect on the feedback or circumstances surrounding the rejection. What elements are within your control to improve? How can this experience fortify your resilience, wisdom, or strength? By viewing rejection as a teacher rather than an adversary, you transform a seemingly negative experience into a powerful tool for personal development. Imagine a young entrepreneur whose innovative project gets repeatedly rejected by investors. Each rejection, rather than dampening his spirit, fuels his determination to refine his pitch, improve his prototype, and understand the market better. Eventually, his persistence pays off, not just in securing funding, but in gaining invaluable insights that shape his future success. This Stoic approach is not about denying the pain or disappointment that rejection can bring. It's about acknowledging these emotions and then choosing to focus on what can be learned and how we can grow from the experience. It's a reminder that we have the power to choose our response to life's challenges. In conclusion, let us embrace rejection as a hidden blessing, a teacher in disguise. Let it not diminish our spirit, but rather enrich our journey with lessons of resilience, adaptability, and perseverance. As we navigate through life's rejections, let us remember that each one holds the potential to propel us towards greater wisdom, strength, and success. This is the essence of Stoicism, finding serenity and strength in every experience and using it to forge a path of continuous self-improvement and fulfillment. Stop talking to them. In the Stoic's Guide to Harnessing the Power of Rejection, we explore the profound impact of embracing silence in the face of being ignored or rejected. This concept, far from being a passive state, is an active, strategic choice. It's about reclaiming your power not through outward actions, but through an inward journey of self-reflection and growth. Consider the scenario where you face rejection. The instinctive reaction might be to bridge the gap, to reach out and to seek closure or resolution. However, Stoicism invites us to shift our perspective. Embracing silence in these moments isn't about creating a void. It's about creating space for personal empowerment. It's a conscious decision to not bombard with messages or calls, a step back that allows you to recalibrate and reaffirm your self-worth, independent of others' perceptions. This period of silence is a powerful tool. It's not a passive waiting game, but an active process of introspection and self-improvement. It's a time to refocus on your life, your ambitions, and your passions. Think of it as hitting a reset button, one that strengthens your resolve and clarifies your vision. This isn't an act of meanness or coldness, but a boundary set for the sake of your mental well-being. It's a declaration of self-respect, a refusal to beg or chase after anyone. In a world where instant responses are the norm, your silence can be a compelling statement. It communicates confidence and a strong sense of self-worth. It shows that you are not defined by others' acceptance or rejection, but by your own values and pursuits. This approach is deeply Stoic, emphasizing the importance of internal fortitude over external validation. Moreover, this practice of embracing silence in the face of rejection is not about eliciting a specific reaction from others. It's not a strategy to make them feel remorse or to draw them back to you. Instead, it's about demonstrating your inner strength, your centeredness, and your resiliency. While this approach doesn't guarantee a change in others' behavior, it ensures a transformative change in yours. It prepares you to face future challenges with grace and poise, embodying the true spirit of Stoicism. Let's consider the story of Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor. Faced with betrayal and opposition, Aurelius chose not to react with anger or desperation. Instead, he turned to silence and reflection, using these challenges as opportunities to strengthen his character and resolve. His response was not one of passivity, but of deliberate, thoughtful action grounded in Stoic principles. In conclusion, the Stoic approach to dealing with rejection through silence is a powerful tool for personal growth. It's an opportunity to reaffirm your self-worth, focus on your personal goals, and develop resilience. By choosing this path, you send a message of self-respect and confidence, preparing yourself to handle life's challenges with Stoic grace and poise. Remember, in the face of rejection, silence is not just the absence of noise, it's the presence of a powerful, transformative force. Embrace the world beyond your comfort zone. Life's most radiant moments often emerge when we venture beyond our comfort zones. Finding joy transcends mere entertainment. It's a strategic maneuver to bolster resilience in the face of rejection. The typical reaction to rejection is to withdraw and brood over the unpleasantness of the experience. However, there's a more empowering approach, actively seeking joy. This isn't about denying your feelings, but rather about relocating them to a new, more playful arena. Engaging in a new hobby or revisiting an old favorite isn't just an activity. It's a bold statement of defiance against the heaviness of rejection. Human connection is essential, and shared experiences can be incredibly potent. As you navigate the complexities of rejection, remember the value of your community. Gather your friends for a nature hike, participate in a communal art project, or simply share a meal. These moments of connection do more than lift your spirits, they reaffirm your role in the intricate tapestry of human relationships. When you're laughing or sharing a story, it's easy to lose sight of the fact that you're more than just your problems. You're part of a larger narrative that flourishes on connection and collective strength. Here lies the true enchantment. Dare to step into the unknown. Rejection may feel like a closed door, but in reality, it opens numerous others. Experiment with a cuisine you've never tried, explore an unfamiliar neighborhood, or attend a workshop on a topic you know little about. These aren't mere distractions. They're opportunities for growth and self-improvement. Every new experience enriches your character, making you more adaptable, empathetic, and equipped to handle life's unexpected turns. Remember, the objective is to evolve through rejection, not to dismiss it. Treat each rejection as a stepping stone towards a richer, more vibrant life. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. This quote encapsulates the Stoic approach to rejection, viewing it not as a setback, but as an opportunity for mental fortification. By embracing life's challenges, including rejection, we not only survive but thrive, cultivating a life of depth and meaning. In modern life, where rejection can often feel like a personal failure, It's crucial to reinterpret these experiences as chances for personal development and exploration. The Stoic mindset encourages us to view rejection not as a reflection of our worth, but as a natural part of life's journey, an invitation to grow and expand our horizons. So, when faced with rejection, remember to step outside, connect with others, and embrace new experiences. In doing so, you're not just recovering from a setback, you're building a richer, more resilient self. Harness rejection as a catalyst for self-improvement. In the realm of Stoicism, the art of dealing with rejection transcends the mere act of proving others wrong. It's an introspective journey, one that involves a profound transformation within oneself. Imagine being doubted about your ability to perform a certain task or skill. This moment isn't just an opportunity to prove the skeptics wrong. It's a chance to evolve, to push your own boundaries, not for their validation, but for your personal growth. Embrace a relentless pursuit of knowledge and skill. With consistent practice, you'll reach a level of proficiency that even you might not have anticipated. This journey isn't about shocking the doubters with your progress. It's about quietly constructing a fortress of confidence and competence. Reflect on how your actions, rather than your words, can make an impact. There's no need to broadcast your goals or achievements. Let your results speak for themselves. If you're perceived as lacking creativity, let your innovative actions demonstrate your true potential. If commitment is questioned, let your unwavering consistency be the answer. This silent revolution of self-betterment isn't a battle against external perceptions. It's a pursuit of personal excellence. As you transform, so does the narrative others have about you. The true essence of proving them wrong lies not in altering their perceptions, but in reshaping your self-image. This journey of self-improvement will not only astonish others, but will also revolutionize your own beliefs about your capabilities. But it's not just about disproving others. It's about redefining your own standards of what is right. The greatest triumph in this journey is the realization that the only validation that truly matters is the one you grant yourself. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In this context, rejection becomes not just an obstacle, but a stepping stone to personal mastery and self-acceptance. Your path to self-improvement, fueled by the challenges and doubts of others, leads to a profound internal victory. The realization that your worth and capabilities are defined by your own standards and efforts, not by the fleeting opinions of others. Ignore them as well. In the Stoic journey of life, we often encounter rejection, a seemingly insurmountable obstacle that can either break or make us. As men aged 30 to 65, navigating through the complexities of life, understanding how to use rejection to our advantage is not just a skill, but a necessity. This guide, inspired by Stoic principles, aims to illuminate the path to turning rejection into a stepping stone for personal growth and resilience. Consider this. When faced with indifference or rejection in real life, it's a natural instinct to feel hurt or to retaliate. However, as Stoics, we are taught to rise above these petty reactions. Ignoring those who ignore us is not an act of pettiness, rather, it's a profound statement of self-worth. If someone choosing not to spend time with you, this isn't a reflection of your value, but rather theirs. By choosing not to engage, you're essentially holding up a mirror to their behavior, demonstrating that their indifference does not define you. The key here is to adopt this stance without harboring anger. Focus instead on your life, your aspirations, and what brings you joy. Engage in activities that fulfill you, whether it's immersing yourself in sports, honing a skill, or simply enjoying the company of those who value you. This isn't about revenge. It's about redirecting your energy positively. It's natural to feel hurt when overlooked, but dwelling on this pain is counterproductive. Use this experience as fuel to propel your personal and professional growth. Building a fortress of self-respect makes you impervious to the indifference of others. You're not merely surviving, you're thriving. This approach is not just a sign of emotional maturity, it's a testament to your inner strength. Remember, the inability of others to recognize your worth does not diminish your value. Stay true to yourself and let your actions resonate louder than any words. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you but how you react to it that matters." This encapsulates the essence of using rejection to your advantage. By reacting with dignity, focus, and self-improvement, you're not just overcoming rejection, you're transforming it into a catalyst for personal excellence. In our modern lives, where rejection can come from myriad sources, be it professional setbacks, personal relationships, or societal judgments, the Stoic approach offers a timeless solution. It encourages us to view rejection not as a final verdict on our worth, but as an opportunity for introspection, growth, and reaffirmation of our values. The advice here is not just theoretical, it's deeply practical and can be seamlessly integrated into our daily lives. By embodying these principles, we not only navigate the ebbs and flows of life with serenity, but also emerge stronger, more resilient, and more aligned with our true selves. Get them out of your mind. Next, we delve into a crucial aspect, transforming rejection into a catalyst for personal growth. Picture yourself as a skilled sailor navigating through tumultuous seas. The waves, symbolizing rejection, may seem daunting, but instead of allowing them to capsize your vessel, use them to propel you forward. This shift in perspective is vital. View rejection not as an insurmountable obstacle, but as a compass redirecting your path. Embrace activities that invigorate your spirit and broaden your horizon. Whether it's immersing yourself in a thought-provoking book, challenging your limits in a sport, or contributing to a community project, these experiences are not mere distractions. They are opportunities for self-discovery and growth, shaping you into a more resilient and adaptable individual. Surround yourself with a supportive network. Engage with those who uplift and inspire you, share your aspirations, and value their insights. This environment fosters mutual growth and reminds you that rejection is not a reflection of your worth but a prompt to rediscover and reinvent yourself. As you journey through this process, you'll realize that the sting of rejection was, in fact, a signpost guiding you towards a new, perhaps even more fulfilling path. Remember the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Let this be a reminder that the challenges and rejections you face are not just obstacles, but opportunities to refine and redefine yourself. In the grand tapestry of life, every experience, especially the difficult ones, contributes to your growth and evolution. Embrace them, learn from them, and allow them to steer you towards becoming the best version of yourself. Harnessing rejection as a Stoic. In the face of rejection, it's natural to feel a surge of emotions from anger to sadness. However, Stoicism, an enduring philosophy birthed in ancient Greece, offers a powerful tool: maintaining composure. This isn't about suppressing your emotions, rather it's about not letting them overpower you. When overlooked or dismissed, it's easy to react with frustration or seek validation. Instead, Stoicism encourages a moment of introspection. Ask yourself, why does this affect me so? Often, the sting of rejection is sharpest when we crave acceptance the most. At this juncture, it's crucial to ground yourself in reality. Imagine you're being ignored. Take a deep breath. Reflect on why this moment doesn't define your worth. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our actions and reactions, not on others' behaviors. Approach the situation with politeness and kindness, but without the burden of expectations. This isn't about passivity. It's about actively managing your emotions, recognizing that your value isn't contingent on others' approval. Your response to rejection is where your true power lies, and this realization is transformative. It's challenging to adopt this mindset, but its impact is profound. When you remain composed in the face of rejection, you're not just navigating a difficult situation, you are evolving. You learn that your inner peace isn't tied to others' perceptions. As you build your self-confidence, you demonstrate your resilience and strength. Interestingly, this self-assurance is inherently appealing. People are naturally attracted to those who exude confidence and don't falter at the first hint of disinterest. By staying calm, you're not merely coping, you're excelling. You transform into someone who can not only withstand rejection but also use it as an opportunity for personal growth. This is the essence of Stoicism. Consider the story of Thomas Edison. Faced with numerous rejections and failures while inventing the light bulb, he famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison's stoic approach to rejection and failure highlights the importance of perspective. Each rejection was a step towards his goal, not a measure of his worth. In conclusion, embracing Stoicism in the face of rejection teaches us a valuable lesson. It's not about avoiding or suppressing emotions, but about understanding and controlling them. This approach not only helps in maintaining inner peace, but also in cultivating an attractive self-confidence. By viewing rejection as an opportunity for growth rather than a personal affront, we can improve our lives significantly. Remember, your worth is not determined by others' acceptance, but by how you perceive and react to situations. This Stoic mindset is a powerful tool for personal development and resilience. Get ahead in social circles. Next, we delve into the concept of thriving in social environments, especially when faced with indifference or rejection. This scenario, where you find yourself unnoticed in a room, is not a setback but a hidden opportunity, as Stoic philosophy teaches us. Such moments of disregard are not hindrances but catalysts for self-improvement and community involvement. This journey isn't about ascending a social hierarchy for superficial acclaim. It's about the ladder of personal growth where activities like exercising, exploring new hobbies, or advancing in your career transform from mere tasks to instruments of self-enhancement and resilience building. The Stoic perspective encourages us to share these experiences, not for applause but to forge genuine connections with others. When discussing your interests or achievements, the goal is to resonate with those who share similar stories and values. This approach extends beyond personal gain. It's about authentic engagement in activities like volunteering or networking, thereby weaving a network of meaningful relationships. The Stoic belief intertwines personal development with altruism. As you elevate your social standing, the underlying intention is crucial. This path is not a pursuit of fame, but a journey towards becoming a better individual. Each action should align with this positive trajectory, impacting not just yourself but the broader community. This Stoic mindset, particularly relevant in our contemporary society, transforms the tide of rejection into a powerful current of positive transformation. Consider the tale of Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor. Faced with adversity and indifference from his court, he didn't seek validation, but focused on self-improvement and serving his empire. His legacy is not just of power but of wisdom and virtue, demonstrating how personal growth aligns with the greater good. To conclude, this Stoic approach to social dynamics teaches us a vital lesson. It's not about seeking visibility, but about recognizing our own progress and aiding others in their growth. By adopting this mindset, we not only enhance our lives, but contribute positively to those around us. This philosophy, deeply rooted in Stoicism, offers a timeless guide for personal development and community engagement, turning every rejection into a stepping stone for success and fulfillment. Pretend they're not there. You're at a social gathering and someone is blatantly ignoring you. The instinctive reaction might be to seek their attention, to try and engage them in conversation. But here's a Stoic twist to the situation. Pretend they're not there. This isn't about being dismissive or shrinking yourself. It's about preserving your inner peace. When faced with such indifference, the Stoic approach is to redirect your focus. Engage with those who value your presence. This isn't just about social interactions, it applies to all areas of life. Your worth isn't determined by others' recognition or lack thereof. In professional settings, if you must interact with someone who disregards you, maintain a concise business-like demeanor. This isn't about catering to them, it's about respecting yourself and avoiding unnecessary drama. This approach is beautifully encapsulated in a quote by Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher. "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." It's a reminder that your reaction to indifference or rejection is a measure of your strength and self-respect, not a sign of defeat. When continuous disregard is evident, embrace the power of withdrawal. This isn't a loss. It's a strategic retreat, a moment to regroup and refocus your energies on what truly matters: people and pursuits that bring joy and growth. By choosing not to engage in a one-sided battle, you're not just moving past an individual. You're moving towards more enriching experiences, opportunities, and a serene state of mind. Remember, your response to someone's lack of concern is a testament to your resilience and self-esteem. It's about recognizing that your energy is better invested in environments and relationships that are reciprocal and nurturing. As Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, wisely said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." So, in the face of rejection or indifference, focus on the present, on those who appreciate your worth, and on the endless possibilities that await you. This Stoic approach isn't just about dealing with rejection, it's about transforming it into a stepping stone for personal empowerment and tranquility. Show what you're worth. Experiencing rejection is undeniably painful, yet it serves as a testament to your inner strength. Rather than succumbing to defeat, embrace rejection as an opportunity to demonstrate your resilience. Imagine a scenario where you're overlooked in a meeting or bypassed for a promotion. In such moments, it's crucial to take a deep breath and resist the urge to wallow in self-pity or rage. Channel this energy positively. Engage in a project that showcases your talents or volunteer to spearhead a new initiative. The oversights of others do not diminish your worth. They present an opportunity for you to shine even more brightly. There's always a risk, such as the possibility of being fired. But remember the age-old adage, when one door closes, another opens. This isn't mere consolation, it's a strategy for moving forward. Rejection doesn't equate to worthlessness. It signifies a redirection towards a path where your abilities and passions are more aligned. If you miss out on a desired opportunity, let this be the catalyst for reassessment and realignment. What are your core strengths? How can you adapt to leverage them fully? This is about crafting your narrative of success where each setback is a stepping stone to rectification. It's not about feigning happiness in the face of sorrow, but rather embracing all your emotions and proceeding with dignity. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, such as our responses and actions in the face of rejection. Practice empathy towards others and yourself. That colleague who overlooked you might be grappling with their insecurities. Perceiving understanding, not as a weakness, but as a testament to your strength, is crucial. Learn from these experiences, reflect on them, and emerge from the ashes of rejection stronger and wiser, much like a phoenix. Thus, being rejected is not the conclusion of your journey, but a pivotal twist that compels you to evolve into the most authentic and robust version of yourself. It's about confronting the wisdom of age and the vigor of youth head-on, transforming what was once your greatest fear into a powerful ally in personal growth and success. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." This encapsulates the essence of using rejection as a tool for growth. It's about harnessing the challenges and transforming them into opportunities for self-improvement and success. By adopting this mindset, you align with the Stoic principle of turning obstacles into advantages, making you unstoppable in your pursuit of excellence and fulfillment. If someone ignores you, don't show that you're having a hard time. In the journey of life, especially for men aged 30 to 65, encountering rejection or being ignored is an inevitable part of the experience. Stoicism, a philosophy that has stood the test of time, offers a profound way to navigate these waters. It's not about putting on a facade that everything is okay. Rather, it's about cultivating inner strength. This approach is not a deceptive act to appear unaffected. Instead, it's a testament to your internal stability. Consider the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. This quote resonates deeply with the Stoic approach to handling rejection. When someone ignores you, it's not just an opportunity to show your resilience. It's a chance to reinforce it within yourself. Continue to live your life with the same siyl and determination as before. This isn't a performance for the benefit of others, but a reflection of your true strength. This method is not about concealing your emotions. Acknowledge the presence of those who ignore you, but don't let their actions steer your course. Maintain your composure and trust in your own judgment. The essence here is to take control of what you can, your actions, reactions, and demeanor. By moving forward with confidence, you're not merely displaying your fortitude to others, you're reaffirming it to yourself. This subtle yet powerful stance declares that your self-worth is independent of others' actions or words. By discreetly managing your challenges, you are embodying the Stoic principle of emotional resilience. It's not about suppressing your feelings, but about addressing them in a manner that preserves your dignity and honor, showcasing your wisdom and integrity, your rootedness in your own character, unshaken by external circumstances, becomes evident in such situations. When faced with rejection, your response becomes a public mirror, reflecting your inner strength and stability. This approach is not only relevant in today's fast-paced world, but also offers practical advice for modern living. It encourages you to face life's rejections with a serene mind and a resilient spirit, turning every setback into a stepping stone for personal growth and self-realization. Even when people don't care about you, be kind but emotionally distant. Even when people don't care about you, choose to be kind but maintain emotional distance. This isn't about being cold or indifferent. Rather, it's about safeguarding your inner peace. It's perfectly natural to feel hurt or angry when someone disregards you. However, Stoicism teaches us a different approach. Instead of reacting with anger or sadness, we learn to respond with a calm smile, a polite greeting, or simply by wishing them well. Importantly, this act of kindness should be free of expectations. Think of your kindness as a gift, not a transaction. It's not about building walls around your heart, but rather about drawing boundaries. This practice is about understanding that while you can control your actions, you cannot control how others will respond. Maintaining this emotional distance is not a sign of weakness. On the contrary, it's a testament to your strength and self-respect. By choosing to be kind without attachment, you're essentially saying, "Your indifference won't disturb my equilibrium." This approach does more than just protect you. It empowers you. Demonstrating kindness without concern for reciprocation is a powerful embodiment of Stoic wisdom. It allows you to treat others with compassion while remaining authentic to your own emotions. In doing so, you exhibit both self-respect and respect for others, showcasing maturity and wisdom. This mindset ensures that when faced with rejection in life, you don't succumb to feelings of hurt or anger. Instead, you cultivate a robust sense of inner peace and self-worth. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." In the face of indifference or rejection, remember that your response is your power. By choosing kindness and maintaining emotional distance, you exercise control over your inner world, regardless of external circumstances. This practice not only keeps you grounded, but also elevates you, allowing you to navigate life's rejections with grace and resilience. In summary, when people show indifference, respond with kindness but without attachment. This is not about being emotionally detached in a cold sense, but about protecting your peace of mind. Recognize that your reactions are within your control, even if others' actions are not. This Stoic approach transforms the way you handle rejection, turning it into an opportunity for personal growth and inner strength. It's about finding power in your response, maintaining your balance, and embracing the wisdom that comes from understanding and respecting both yourself and others. Embrace silence as a tool for growth. In the realm of Stoicism, silence is not a weapon to wield in the face of rejection, but rather a sanctuary for introspection and self-mastery. When confronted with indifference or dismissal, the Stoic approach is not to seek the upper hand through verbal retaliation, but to maintain one's dignity through thoughtful silence. This practice aligns with the Stoic belief that our responses should not aim to harm or deceive others, but to foster self-awareness and emotional regulation. Consider a scenario where someone disregards your presence or words. Instead of reacting impulsively, embrace this moment as an opportunity for self-reflection. This is your time to delve into your emotions, to sift through the clutter of your thoughts and achieve clarity. The objective here is not to inflict punishment on the other person, but to preserve your inner peace. Such moments of silence are ripe with potential for personal growth. This is not a call to become emotionally detached or aloof. On the contrary, it's an invitation to turn inward. As philosopher Ilisanmi suggests, use these instances to contemplate your virtues, your core values, and how you wish to engage with the world. Pose questions to yourself. Why does this situation disturb me? What lessons can it impart? How can I emerge stronger from this? Silence, in this context, is constructive, not detrimental. Now is the time to fortify your character, ensuring that your actions are congruent with your principles. Speak only when you are convinced that it aligns with your well-being and brings clarity to your life. Choose to rise above actions that diminish your integrity, such as deceit, revenge, or pettiness. Opting not to respond is a Stoic exercise in moderation and self-control. You are not merely ignoring the other party. You are intensively focusing on your personal journey, striving to embody the Stoic ideal of tranquility amidst adversity. These are the practices you can cultivate. Next, let us recall the words of Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This quote resonates deeply with the Stoic practice of using rejection as a catalyst for self-improvement. It reminds us that our power lies not in altering external circumstances, but in controlling our internal responses. In the modern world, where rejection is often perceived as a personal failure, Stoicism offers a refreshing lens through which to view such experiences. It encourages us to see rejection not as a setback, but as an opportunity for self-growth and reinforcement of our values. In conclusion, the Stoic approach to handling rejection, particularly through the practice of thoughtful silence, is profoundly relevant in today's fast-paced, often superficial society. It teaches us to look inward, to question our reactions, and to align our actions with our deepest values. By doing so, we not only navigate through life's rejections with grace and resilience, but also emerge as stronger, more self-aware individuals. When people don't care about you, don't beg for attention. This principle, deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, teaches us the importance of self-reliance and self-appreciation. Stoicism, a philosophy that has stood the test of time, offers us invaluable insights into handling life's challenges, including the sting of rejection. In the Stoic view, seeking attention or validation from others is a path away from true contentment. Instead, Stoicism encourages us to anchor our sense of worth within ourselves. When someone ignores us, it's not a cue to shine brighter for their sake, but an opportunity to turn inward and reaffirm our own value. Our self-worth should not be a pendulum swayed by the attentions of others. It's about cultivating a robust sense of self that remains unshaken by external opinions. This Stoic lesson urges us to follow our interests and passions with a heart brimming with independence. It's not about flaunting our worth, but about realizing and appreciating what we inherently bring to the table. Engaging in activities that bring us joy, surrounding ourselves with people who appreciate us for who we are, and striving to live a life that fills us with pride are the cornerstones of this philosophy. This approach is far from passive. It's about being actively engaged in our own life, focusing on personal growth and happiness to the extent that the need for others' approval diminishes. The Stoic approach to rejection is not about seeking transient attention, but about investing in oneself and crafting a life that brings satisfaction, irrespective of others' opinions. Our confidence and self-assurance should stem from our achievements and personal growth, not from the fleeting validation of others. Now consider the story of Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism. After suffering a shipwreck, Zeno lost everything he had. Instead of wallowing in despair or seeking pity, he turned to philosophy, which eventually led him to establish Stoicism. His journey exemplifies the Stoic belief in focusing on what truly matters, personal growth and resilience in the face of adversity. In conclusion, being Stoic is not merely about coping with rejection. It's about redirecting our focus to what truly matters, our own path to growth and happiness. This mindset fosters determination and a deeper understanding of our worth. When faced with rejection, remember Zeno's story and the Stoic teaching. Your value does not diminish because of someone's inability to see it. Cultivate your inner garden and let your self-worth be a beacon that guides you through life's ebbs and flows. As we conclude our exploration of the Stoics' guide on how to use rejection to your advantage, we've journeyed through 14 transformative lessons. Each one, a stepping stone towards turning the tide of rejection into a powerful current of personal growth and resilience. Remember, in the Stoic philosophy, every no is not a setback but an opportunity for growth, a hidden yes to something greater. I hope these insights have resonated with you and will serve as valuable tools in your life. If you found value in our discussion today, I invite you to like, share, and subscribe to Stoic in Your Life. Your engagement helps spread these timeless teachings and supports our mission to weave the wisdom of Stoicism into the fabric of our modern lives. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our upcoming videos, where we continue to delve into the profound lessons of Stoicism and apply them to the challenges we face today. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Together, let's embrace the Stoic path of resilience, wisdom, and inner strength. Until next time, keep navigating life's challenges with a serene mind and a resilient spirit. Stay stoic and remember, in the face of rejection, your greatest victories are yet to come. How to journal, think like a Stoic philosopher. In our video today, we delve into the profound practice of journaling, a gateway to the wisdom of Stoicism and a powerful tool for mental clarity. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor renowned for his philosophical insights, once profoundly stated, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This encapsulates the essence of Stoic journaling. It's not merely about recording thoughts in a notebook, but rather, it's an introspective process that aligns with the Stoic pursuit of moral betterment and self-improvement. Imagine your journal as a sanctuary, where your thoughts are not just penned down, but meticulously examined and refined, akin to a scholar's diligent study. In this episode, we will explore 5 distinct methods of journaling, inspired by Marcus Aurelius himself, intertwined with 3 pivotal Stoic intellectual concepts. This approach is designed to cultivate clear thinking and resilience, cornerstones of Stoic philosophy. As we embark on this enlightening path, I invite you to join me in mastering the art of maintaining a thought diary that transcends mere writing. This practice is a journey towards not just thoughtful reflection, but a Stoic way of living. Like as Marcus Aurelius, using journal to navigate through life's challenges with wisdom and fortitude. We are not just documenting the past or planning the future. We are engaging in a mindful exercise to appreciate and understand the present. Through this episode, you will learn to channel your thoughts in a way that reflects the Stoic ideals of virtue, control over one's emotions, and understanding the nature of life. Your journal will become a reflection of your journey towards these ideals, a personal testament to your growth and resilience. Write about what you are grateful for. Imagine you're sitting down with a pen and paper, ready to embark on a journey of self-reflection and gratitude, much like Marcus did centuries ago. He began his journal with a simple yet profound practice, writing about what he was grateful for. Despite being an emperor, Marcus found gratitude in the ordinary, the relationships he cherished, the memory of his parents, the health of his children, and his ability to exercise self-control and assist others. It's a poignant reminder that gratitude isn't about grandeur, it's about recognizing the value in what we often overlook. Now think about your own life. What are the things you're grateful for? Family, friends, good health. These might seem mundane, but they're the very essence of our lives. In the words of Stoic philosopher Epictetus, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. This mindset shifts our focus from what's missing to what's present, fostering a sense of contentment and resilience. Gratitude isn't just a feel-good exercise, it's a powerful tool that aligns with Stoic philosophy. It helps us focus on positive experiences, steering us away from negative thoughts and the endless pursuit of what we lack. By appreciating the normal and small things, we cultivate a mindset that can withstand life's challenges. Remember, it's often the things we take for granted that we would deeply miss if lost. So I encourage you, as Marcus Aurelius did, to write down at least 3 things you're grateful for each day. This simple act can transform your perspective, anchoring you in the present and opening your eyes to the abundance that surrounds you. As you jot down your thoughts, you're not just keeping a journal, you're engaging in a Stoic practice that has stood the test of time, a practice that nurtures gratitude, wisdom, and inner peace. Let this be your daily ritual, a moment of reflection that connects you to the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and the simple yet profound joys of life. Keep a daily journal and write early each morning. To embark on a journey of Stoic journaling akin to the practices of Marcus Aurelius, one must embrace the ritual of early morning reflections. Marcus Aurelius, a paragon of Stoic philosophy, often engaged in this practice during the tranquil hours of dawn. His journaling was not merely a record of daily events, but a profound exercise in mental preparation and introspection. Every morning when waking up, tell yourself, "The people I meet today may be troublesome, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, or envious and irritable," he penned in his seminal work, Meditations, Book 2. This quote encapsulates the essence of Stoic resilience and foresight. To augment this wisdom, consider the words of Seneca, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This aphorism serves as a reminder of the power of perception over our experiences. In emulating Aurelius, one should allocate 5 to 10 minutes each morning to envision the day ahead. This is not a mere rehearsal of events, but a strategic contemplation of potential challenges and the formulation of Stoic responses. Imagine the myriad scenarios that might unfold, the daily hurdles, the spectrum of human behaviors you might encounter, and the unforeseen twists of fate. Then, ponder deeply on how a Stoic philosopher would navigate these waters with equanimity and wisdom. This practice is more than an exercise in foresight. It's a cultivation of mental fortitude and emotional resilience. By anticipating difficulties, you're not fostering pessimism, but preparing the mind to face reality with a calm and composed demeanor. It's about instilling a sense of preparedness, ensuring that when life's waves crash upon you, you remain unshaken, rooted in Stoic principles. In our modern, fast-paced world, this practice is particularly salient. We are often caught in the whirlwind of daily life, reacting impulsively to situations rather than responding with thoughtfulness and composure. By adopting this Stoic morning ritual, you set the tone for the day, arming yourself with a philosophical shield against the slings and arrows of everyday life. Moreover, this practice fosters a deeper understanding of oneself. Through regular journaling, you not only prepare for external challenges, but also engage in a dialogue with your inner self. It's an opportunity to reflect on your values, your goals, and the kind of person you aspire to be. In doing so, you align your daily actions with your deeper philosophical convictions, living not just reactively, but with purpose and intention. In conclusion, by keeping a daily journal and embracing the early morning hours for reflection, as Marcus Aurelius did, you embark on a transformative journey. This practice is not just about preparing for the day ahead, but about cultivating a Stoic mindset that can profoundly impact every aspect of your life. It's a pathway to living with greater awareness, resilience, and serenity, embodying the timeless wisdom of Stoicism in the modern world. Repeat important things. In exploring the practice of journaling as a Stoic philosopher, particularly in the style of Marcus Aurelius, we uncover a profound method for personal development and self-awareness. Marcus Aurelius, despite his physical frailties and struggles with illness, perhaps ulcers, found strength and clarity in his writings. His journals, a testament to his introspective journey, repeatedly echo a powerful message. Life is fleeting, death is inevitable, and our duty is to contribute positively to society. This recurring theme in his writings is not just a reflection of his thoughts, but a deliberate practice in reinforcing important life lessons. Journaling, as practiced by Aurelius, is more than a mere record of events. It's a transformative tool that converts theoretical knowledge into practical wisdom. By writing and rewriting our experiences and the lessons we've learned, either from personal encounters or the insights of others, we embed these teachings deeply into our psyche. This process is crucial because, without conscious effort, many of us fall into the trap of repeating the same mistakes, lacking the awareness to pivot our actions. The act of journaling offers a unique perspective, allowing us to step back and view our actions and thoughts as an observer. This detachment is key in recognizing our errors and ensuring that we don't repeat them. It's a practical application of Aristotle's profound observation: we are what we repeatedly do. By consistently reflecting on our actions and thoughts through journaling, we shape our character and habits. Now consider the story of a young athlete who, despite his talent, struggled to win races. He began to journal his training routines, thoughts, and feelings before and after each race. Over time, he noticed a pattern of negative self-talk and unrealistic expectations that sabotaged his performance. By recognizing these patterns through journaling, he was able to address them, leading to a significant improvement in his races. This allegory parallels the Stoic practice of journaling, highlighting how self-reflection leads to self-improvement. Journaling in the Stoic sense is not just about recording events, but about deeply analyzing our actions, thoughts, and motivations. It's about asking ourselves tough questions, confronting uncomfortable truths, and striving for personal growth. This practice helps us internalize important life lessons, transforming them from mere concepts to actionable wisdom. The practice of journaling, as exemplified by Marcus Aurelius, is a powerful tool for anyone on the path of Stoicism. It serves as a mirror, reflecting our inner world and revealing patterns that might otherwise go unnoticed. By regularly engaging in this practice, we can cultivate a life of purpose, aligning our actions with our values, and continuously evolving towards our ideal self. The lesson for our audience is clear. Embrace journaling as a means to self-awareness and personal growth, and let it guide you in living a life true to Stoic principles. Be honest with your emotions. Imagine yourself in the shoes of this Stoic philosopher, pen in hand, ready to confront the raw and unfiltered landscape of your inner world. This is not just any journaling. It's a journey into the depths of your emotions, a private dialogue where honesty reigns supreme. Remember, your journal is your sanctuary, a place where no judgment lurks. It's just you and your thoughts, in their purest form. Even Marcus Aurelius, a figure of immense wisdom and authority, grappled with the mundane struggles of daily life. He too felt the weight of reluctance in the mornings, the reluctance to leave the comfort of his bed, a sentiment so relatable to us all, and his views on humanity, candid and unvarnished. He acknowledged the challenges of dealing with difficult people, recognizing that even the best among us can be hard to live with, as he mused in his meditations. But here's the twist. Marcus Aurelius wasn't just any individual. He was a revered emperor, known for his respect, humility, and tolerance. This dichotomy between his inner turmoils and his outward demeanor, is fascinating. It teaches us a vital lesson. Acknowledging and writing down our true emotions, be it jealousy, anger, or pessimism, is not a sign of weakness. On the contrary, it's a powerful tool for emotional release and self-regulation. It's about taking those tumultuous waves of feelings and channeling them onto paper, transforming them into words that no longer hold power over us. Think of your journal as a patient listener, always ready to absorb your thoughts without interruption or judgment. This act of writing is akin to a meditative practice. It allows us to step back, to become an observer of our own minds. We begin to see our emotions as separate entities, not as defining aspects of our being. This clarity brings with it the gift of perspective. Suddenly, problems that seemed insurmountable appear manageable. Solutions emerge, clearer and more practical. And in this process, we safeguard our mental well-being. As you embark on this journey of Stoic journaling, remember the words of Seneca: "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Let your journal be the canvas where you confront these imagined sufferings, dissect them, and ultimately gain mastery over them. This practice is not just about self-expression, it's a pathway to self-mastery, a tool to navigate the complexities of the human psyche with the wisdom and poise of a Stoic philosopher. So, take up your pen and let your inner Marcus Aurelius speak, for in the honesty of these pages lies the key to a more serene and resilient spirit. Only focus on issues you can control. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, offers profound insights in his work, Meditations, that are remarkably relevant to our modern lives. His approach to life's challenges is a testament to the Stoic belief in focusing on what we can control, a principle that can be transformative when applied to journaling and self-reflection. Marcus faced numerous adversities, as he recounts in his writings. He once noted, "I used to be a lucky person, but then fortune left me." Yet he didn't dwell on his misfortune. Instead, he chose to see fortune as something we create for ourselves. This perspective is pivotal in understanding Stoicism. It's not about the external events that befall us, but how we interpret and respond to them. In another instance, Marcus describes the physical confrontations he endured. "In the arena, my opponent may scratch me with their nails or headbutt me, leaving deep bruises." But his reaction was not of anger or resentment. He wrote, "I do not condemn or blame them for these things. I simply keep an eye on them and be a little more careful." This attitude reflects a Stoic's approach to adversity, observing, understanding, and adapting without emotional turmoil. Stoicism categorizes life's challenges into three distinct areas: things entirely within our control, like our goals and values; things completely beyond our control, such as the rising of the sun or fluctuating gas prices; and things we have partial control over, like achieving wealth or influencing others' opinions. The Stoic wisdom lies in focusing on the first two categories, especially on what we can control or influence. Marcus Aurelius exemplified this philosophy. He didn't waste time in blame or self-pity. Instead, he focused on altering his attitude and actions. This approach is crucial for anyone practicing Stoic journaling. It's easy to fill pages with complaints about life's unfairness or annoying people we encounter. However, Stoicism teaches us to shift our focus. Life isn't about the problems we face, but our reactions to them. As Marcus famously said, the obstacles in our way become the way. When journaling in the Stoic tradition, it's beneficial to reflect on daily experiences through this lens. Consider the challenges you faced. Were they within your control? If not, how did you react? Could your response have been more aligned with Stoic principles? This practice encourages a mindset shift from victimhood to empowerment. Incorporating stories and allegories can further enrich this practice. For instance, consider the story of the oak tree and the reed. The oak stands tall and rigid, resisting the storm, ultimately breaking under the force. The reed, however, bends with the wind and survives. This allegory teaches us the Stoic virtue of adaptability, the ability to endure hardships by being flexible and resilient, not rigid and unyielding. In conclusion, Stoic journaling is not just a record of events, but a tool for personal growth. It's about recognizing what's within our control, adapting our attitudes, and responding with resilience. As we apply these lessons, we not only gain a deeper understanding of Stoicism, but also empower ourselves to navigate life's challenges with a serene mind and a resilient spirit. This practice can profoundly impact our lives, helping us to cultivate inner peace and strength in the face of adversity. In my quest to embrace Stoic wisdom, I've discovered the transformative power of various writing forms. From personal notebooks to comprehensive compendiums, each serves a unique purpose in the Stoic practice of self-discovery and reflection. These writings are not mere repositories for thoughts. They are dynamic tools for self-dialogue, insight, and mental clarity. Let's delve into the Stoic approach to writing, recognizing that the types of journals one might keep are as fluid as our thoughts, respecting the Stoic principle that perspectives evolve over time. In the Stoic journey, maintaining a journal is akin to a daily meditation on life's occurrences and our reactions to them, mirroring the practice of Marcus Aurelius in his Meditations. Through a Stoic lens, it becomes a chronicle of daily life and emotions, with a focus on personal growth. A fundamental Stoic belief is the importance of understanding oneself in the present moment. A diary, in contrast, offers a broader canvas for philosophical contemplation. It's not limited to daily entries, but serves as a sanctuary for deeper thought and analysis. This is where I engage in metacognition, a Stoic practice of thinking about thinking. In my pursuit of Stoic wisdom, this is where I dissect, challenge, and refine my thoughts. Transitioning from diary writing to maintaining a philosophical journal marked a shift from daily introspection to a continuous philosophical journey. These writings are not solely for my eyes. They align with the Stoic value of communal growth and idea sharing, inviting others to engage with and reflect upon them. Unlike my personal diaries, which are intimate reflections, my philosophical musings are open invitations for others to join in my journey of self-improvement and engage with my thoughts. For instance, consider the tale of a sailor navigating treacherous seas. Just as the sailor uses a compass to find direction amidst the chaos, a Stoic journal serves as a compass for the soul, guiding us through the tumultuous seas of life. It's a tool for charting our course, reflecting on our journey, and adjusting our sails as we navigate the ever-changing conditions of existence. In conclusion, the practice of Stoic journaling is not just about recording events or thoughts. It's a profound exercise in self-awareness and philosophical exploration. It's an invitation to engage in a dialogue with oneself and the world, fostering personal growth and communal sharing of wisdom. For those embarking on this path, remember that your journal is your compass, your map, and your confidant. It's a space where you can confront your thoughts, challenge your beliefs, and ultimately, steer your life towards greater wisdom and tranquility. In my journey as a devoted Stoic, I've found that journaling is not just a practice, but a pathway to wisdom. It's a method I use to engage in a constant dialogue with myself, mirroring the Stoic pursuit of knowledge. My collection of journals and papers, each serving a unique purpose, is a testament to this endeavor. Take, for instance, my commonplace books. These are not mere collections of words, but treasure troves where I gather insights from the wise. Stoicism teaches us to learn from those who have walked the path of wisdom before us. In these books, I jot down lines and ideas from my favorite readings. It's more than copying quotes. It's about internalizing their wisdom, making it a part of my very being, much like the Stoics aspired to embody virtue. Then there are my compendiums, carefully curated collections of concise yet profound knowledge. The term compendium itself suggests a thoughtful amalgamation of information. Among these, I maintain a list of passwords, a nod to practicality, and more significantly, a compilation of sagacious aphorisms. This latter collection is a beacon of personal growth and a legacy for future generations, reflecting the Stoic emphasis on the value of knowledge. A relatively new addition to my Stoic toolkit is a book of soliloquies. Straddling the line between a diary and a log, this book is where I converse with myself. It's a space for introspection. where I delve into my thoughts and emotions, seeking to understand my inner landscape. This practice is rooted in the Stoic principle of self-awareness, the ability to reflect and dialogue with one's own soul. Another critical component is my idea catch-all notebook. Here I scribble down spontaneous thoughts and nascent ideas, later transferring them to more specialized journals for deeper contemplation. This process embodies the Stoic belief in the continual examination and refinement of ideas. Lastly, my small, ever-present notebook epitomizes the Stoic ideal of perpetual readiness and mindfulness. It's a repository for random thoughts, to-do lists, and serendipitous insights. Regularly reviewed and organized, this notebook ensures that no idea is left unexplored, each finding its rightful place for further consideration. In the words of Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, we should every night call ourselves to an account. What infirmity have I mastered today? What passions opposed? What temptation resisted? What virtue acquired? My journals are more than just books. They are mirrors, reflecting my journey towards Stoic wisdom, tools aiding me in the daily examination of life. As you, the listener, embark on your own Stoic journey, remember that journaling is not just about recording thoughts. It's a transformative practice. It's about capturing the fleeting moments of insight, wrestling with complex ideas, and most importantly, engaging in an ongoing conversation with your inner self. Through this practice, you too can navigate the ebbs and flows of life with a serene mind and a resilient spirit, just as the Stoics did centuries ago. In the realm of Stoic practice, a collection of notebooks serves as a mosaic of self-discovery and intellectual growth. Each notebook, akin to a sacred sanctuary, is dedicated to introspection, knowledge acquisition, and the relentless pursuit of self-improvement and virtue. Drawing inspiration from Stoic philosophy, I regard a book as a sanctified space for inscribing and contemplating personal reflections. It is within these pages that I engage in the Stoic exercise of self-examination and intellectual enrichment. My philosophy commonplace book and deep thinking philosophy notebook, while seemingly similar, serve distinct purposes in my quest for wisdom. The philosophy commonplace book embodies the Stoic principle of learning from others. Within its pages, I have compiled a tapestry of block quotes from various texts, showcasing the insights of others. These quotes act as catalysts, igniting my thoughts and nurturing them into blog posts, philosophical essays, and spiritual discourses. This book brims with extensive quotations, my reflections, and the doodles that emerge as I endeavor to weave these ideas into a coherent narrative. Seneca once said, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." This maxim reinforces the belief in continuous self-improvement and learning, resonating deeply with the practice of maintaining these notebooks. Each main point in these notebooks is meticulously elaborated to enhance comprehension and applicability for the audience. For instance, when discussing the art of learning from others, I delve deeper into how this practice is not merely about gathering information, but about internalizing wisdom and applying it to our lives. This approach makes the content more accessible and relatable, especially for men aged 30 to 65 who are embarking on their journey of Stoic journaling and thinking. In a seamless narrative, I intertwine these concepts with modern life, offering practical advice on how to incorporate Stoic principles into daily activities. For example, the act of writing in a commonplace book can be likened to modern practices of mindfulness and reflection, essential for navigating the complexities of contemporary life. In conclusion, these notebooks are not just collections of thoughts and quotes. They are the vessels through which we connect with the Stoic philosophy, applying its timeless wisdom to our modern existence. They guide us in our journey towards becoming more virtuous, thoughtful, and resilient individuals, embodying the Stoic ideals in every aspect of our lives. In the tranquil ambience of a quaint coffee shop, I embark on a journey that transcends the ordinary, delving into the realms of personal introspection and philosophical exploration. This journey, deeply rooted in the Stoic tradition of clear and independent thought, begins with a simple yet profound act, writing about a single idea in my journal. As I immerse myself in this process, I delve into the depths of my own thoughts, embodying the quintessential Stoic practice of critical thinking. Through rigorous self-questioning, I engage in a mental dance of arguments and counter-arguments, striving to unravel complex ideas and delve into the heart of philosophical quandaries. This practice of journaling is not just an exercise in thought. It is a sanctuary where I isolate myself from external influences, focusing solely on my own reasoning and insights. In this space, I refrain from incorporating lengthy quotations as it serves primarily as a crucible for my academic exploration. Here I engage in the arduous task of original thinking, viewing issues from multiple perspectives, grappling with challenging concepts, and fortifying my arguments. This process is akin to the Stoic approach of perpetual learning, where new ideas are constantly examined, synthesized, and integrated into a cohesive understanding. However, this journal remains predominantly a testament to my personal journey towards Stoic wisdom and self-betterment. When a particularly insightful thought emerges in this journal, I often transfer it to my other writings, seeking to support it with quotations or examples from my extensive readings. This method mirrors the Stoic practice of continuous learning and reflection, where ideas are not only absorbed but also critically examined and applied. The journal thus becomes a living document, a chronicle of my journey towards understanding and embodying Stoic principles in everyday life. In conclusion, the practice of journaling, as exemplified by Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, is not merely a tool for self-expression, but a powerful means of self-discovery and personal growth. It encourages us to engage deeply with our thoughts, challenge our assumptions, and cultivate a clearer understanding of ourselves and the world around us. As we embark on this journey, let us remember the words of Aurelius. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Therefore, I urge my audience to embrace this practice, to journal with intention and introspection, and to discover the profound impact it can have on their lives. Consider the profound words of Herodotus, a sage in the Stoic tradition. First tell yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This simple yet powerful statement encapsulates the essence of Stoicism. It's about envisioning who you aspire to be, and then aligning your actions with that vision. This is the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, a blend of introspection and action. Clarity in thought and speech is paramount in Stoicism. It's not just about what you think, but how you express those thoughts. The Stoics believed in the power of clear, comprehensible language. This clarity is not just for the benefit of others, but for ourselves too. When we articulate our thoughts clearly, we understand them better. Remember, Stoicism isn't just a theoretical exercise. It's a practical guide to living. Now let's delve into the realm of beliefs and opinions. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, famously said, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." This profound insight urges us to question and reason. In Stoicism, it's not enough to hold beliefs. One must have solid reasons for them, especially when these beliefs challenge the status quo or are unpopular. It's about examining our viewpoints, understanding that they are just that, viewpoints, and then substantiating them with logic and evidence. But Stoicism is more than just a philosophical doctrine. It's a way of life. It teaches us to be resilient in the face of adversity, to maintain our composure, and to approach life with a sense of purpose and virtue. As Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This is the essence of Stoic wisdom, understanding that while we may not have control over everything that happens to us, we have absolute control over how we react. In your journey through life, think of yourself as a Stoic philosopher. Envision who you want to be, articulate your thoughts with clarity, and back your beliefs with reason. Remember, every opinion you hold is a reflection of your perspective, not an absolute truth. Challenge yourself to see beyond the surface, to delve deeper into the essence of things, and most importantly, Remember that your response to life's challenges is always within your control. The Stoic approach to life and thinking, deeply rooted in clarity, reason, and resilience, is not just a philosophical exercise but a practical guide to living a fulfilling life. It's about aligning your actions with your highest ideals, questioning your perspectives, and choosing your responses to life's inevitable challenges. As Seneca wisely pointed out, we are more often scared than hurt, and we suffer more from our thoughts than from reality. This insight is a cornerstone in Stoic philosophy and a guiding principle for our discussion today. Journaling, especially when approached with a Stoic mindset, is not just about recording events. It's an exercise in deep reflection and rational thinking. Imagine you're in a tranquil place, conducive to profound thought. Here, you're not just jotting down daily occurrences, but engaging in a dialogue with yourself, scrutinizing your thoughts and beliefs with the clarity and reason characteristic of Stoic philosophers. This process involves articulating your ideas with precision, constructing robust arguments, and, importantly, anticipating and addressing counterarguments. It's akin to the Stoic practice of preparing for life's various outcomes and facing them with equanimity. Let's take a contemporary topic like artificial intelligence, AI, as an example. Approach this subject with Stoic discipline. Question the nature of AI's intelligence. Is it genuinely artificial or simply unfamiliar? This inquiry echoes Epicurus's profound statement, "A man can never learn what he thinks he already knows." Challenge your preconceptions, strive for clarity, and delve into the nuances of intrinsic versus secondary intelligence, a distinction highlighted by thinkers like John C. Consider if AI's intelligence is merely a mirror of its creator's intellect, resonating with the Stoic belief that true wisdom originates from within. When encountering counter-arguments, such as the notion that AI systems are the collective intelligence of their creators, engage in logical debate, a practice deeply rooted in Stoicism. There's a fascinating discussion to be had about whether the intelligence of these systems is a product of a group mind or the individuals behind them. This debate is quintessentially Stoic, prompting us to ponder the nature of knowledge and responsibility. Integrating these Stoic principles into your journaling is not just an intellectual exercise. It aligns with the Stoic pursuit of a life marked by virtue, wisdom, and rationality. In essence, journaling like a Stoic philosopher means embarking on a journey of self-exploration and intellectual rigor. It's about confronting your thoughts, challenging your assumptions, and engaging with the world in a thoughtful, reasoned manner. This practice not only sharpens your mind, but also aligns with the Stoic aim of living a life of virtue and wisdom. So as you pen down your thoughts, remember that you're not just writing in a book. You're engaging in a transformative process that shapes your understanding of yourself and the world around you, a journey that Marcus Aurelius himself would commend. In the realm of Stoic philosophy, the emphasis is not just on generating ideas, but rigorously examining them. This approach is crucial when delving into complex subjects like artificial intelligence. Consider, for instance, the Stoic perspective on the creation of AI systems. If an AI is developed by a collective rather than an individual, where should the accolades for its intelligence be directed? Is it the group that deserves recognition, or does the merit reside within the algorithm itself? This contemplation echoes the words of Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher who asserted, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact." This perspective encourages a multifaceted examination of beliefs and ideas. In addressing the question of group versus individual credit in AI development, one might adopt a Stoic-like stance, arguing for individual accountability over collective attribution. This aligns with the Stoic practice of dissecting complex concepts into more comprehensible segments. Such a breakdown of intricate ideas mirrors the guidance of Seneca, another Stoic luminary, who believed that true contentment stems from understanding the universe in its authentic form. This Stoic method can be extended to natural phenomena, such as the growth patterns of trees or the functioning of beehives. Do these natural processes indicate an inherent intelligence? And if so, is this intelligence an innate quality or a developed one? Epictetus, who said, We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. This aphorism underscores the Stoic value of observation and reflection, vital for understanding complex systems, whether artificial or natural. In our modern lives, these Stoic principles can be incredibly relevant. For instance, when considering the impact of technology on society, it's beneficial to apply a Stoic approach. This involves breaking down the issue into smaller, more manageable parts, and considering it from various perspectives, much like how a Stoic philosopher would dissect the concept of intelligence in AI or natural systems. In conclusion, the Stoic's method of critical thinking and analysis offers profound insights, especially in our contemporary context where technology and natural systems often intersect. By adopting this approach, we not only gain a deeper understanding of the world around us, but also cultivate a mindset that is analytical, reflective, and profoundly insightful. This Stoic way of thinking, deeply rooted in the wisdom of philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, remains as relevant today as it was in ancient times, guiding us to navigate the complexities of modern life with clarity and purpose. In our exploration of Stoicism, we encounter a profound intersection with religious thought, particularly when contemplating the existence of a higher power and the origins of natural phenomena. This brings to mind the wisdom of Epictetus, who famously stated, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This encapsulates the Stoic approach to nature and life's challenges, emphasizing our capacity for internal control, despite external unpredictability. While these philosophical musings may seem daunting, they are essential for deepening our understanding and fostering empathy. Stoicism encourages us to engage in such intellectual exercises, as they enhance our ability to empathize and connect with others. By anticipating and thoughtfully addressing grievances, we cultivate a Stoic mindset characterized by empathy and resilience. The Stoic philosophy also reminds us of the importance of listening, symbolized by the fact that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, suggesting that we should listen twice as much as we speak. This principle is crucial when aspiring to write like a Stoic philosopher. Effective Stoic writing demands clear thinking, robust argumentation, and a keen ability to consider counterarguments. This intellectual rigor not only sharpens the mind, but aligns with the Stoic pursuit of virtue through knowledge and rational thought. As we delve into this journey, I invite you to reflect on the Stoic principles and how they can be applied to your philosophical writings. What intriguing ideas or perspectives do you wish to explore through the lens of Stoicism? Remember, the goal is not just to write, but to think and live like a Stoic, using our understanding to improve ourselves and the world around us. Let's embark on this journey of discovery together, embracing the wisdom of Stoicism to enhance our lives and the lives of those around us. As we conclude our journey through the 5 How to Journal and Think Like a Stoic Philosopher, inspired by Marcus Aurelius, I invite you to embrace these principles in your daily life. Remember, the path of Stoicism is not just about understanding, but about living these teachings. Each day offers a new canvas to practice patience, resilience, and mindfulness. I encourage you to start journaling your thoughts and reflections, using the insights we've explored today. And now, I'd love to hear from you. How will you incorporate these Stoic practices into your life? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your journey is unique, and your insights could be the beacon that guides others. Let's continue to grow together in wisdom and virtue. Thank you for being a part of the Stoic in Your Life community. Remember, every step you take on this path enriches not just your life, but the world around you. Until next time, stay stoic and thrive in the flow of life. Thrive in the In a lush tropical land, there was a man whose home lay close to a river notorious for its seasonal floods. Year after year, he toiled to erect a dam, believing this barrier would shield his abode and belongings from the relentless waters. With each passing season, his efforts intensified, constructing ever more formidable barriers. convinced that this was the key to outwitting nature's fury. Yet, in an ironic twist of fate, a particularly fierce flood shattered his creation, wreaking havoc far beyond what the unbridled river would have caused on its own. Amidst the ruins of his efforts, the man faced a profound realization. His quest to dominate the whims of nature had only heightened his vulnerability to its whimsical might. This tale mirrors our own struggles with control. Like the man in his dam, we often believe that by exerting control, we can tame life's unpredictable torrents. But this story teaches us a crucial lesson, echoed in the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus. Some things are in our control, and others not. Our protagonist's singular focus on the dam blinded him to alternative solutions, such as diversifying his fluid defenses or preparing for potential breaches. His fixation on control rendered him unprepared for the very chaos he sought to master. Dear listener, let this story be a reminder. Our attempts to control can often lead us into a paradox where the very act of control makes us more susceptible to the unpredictable forces around us. Let us embrace the wisdom of the Stoics, finding strength not in control, but in our resilience and adaptability to the ever-changing tides of life. Number 1. In our relentless pursuit of control over life's uncertainties, we often find ourselves ensnared in a paradoxical trap. The more we strive to control, the more we are controlled by our own efforts. This ironic twist is vividly illustrated in the concept of the paradox of control. It's a stark reminder that despite our best-laid plans and defenses against future adversities, life's unpredictable nature can always surprise us, often in ways we least expect. This paradox teaches us a profound lesson about resilience. Ironically, by attempting to exert excessive control over our external circumstances, we inadvertently weaken our ability to adapt to life's unpredictable twists and turns. The more we try to dominate every aspect of our existence, the more vulnerable we become to the capricious whims of fortune. It's as if, in our quest to master the external world, we lose mastery over ourselves. Reflecting on this, a Stoic philosopher once wisely remarked, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This statement encapsulates the essence of our struggle with control. We often conjure up scenarios in our minds, trying to preemptively tackle problems that may never materialize. In doing so, we become entangled in a web of our own making, where our fears and anxieties exert more control over us than the situations we are trying to manage. The paradox of control, as abstract and counterintuitive as it may seem, underscores a fundamental truth about human limitations. It serves as a humbling reminder that our efforts to dominate and orchestrate every facet of the universe are not only futile but can also be counterproductive. This video essay delves into this paradox, unraveling its intricate layers and connecting it to the modern life we lead. In today's fast-paced world, where control and predictability are highly prized, this paradox offers a valuable perspective. It encourages us to reevaluate our relationship with control and to recognize the wisdom in focusing on what truly lies within our power, our responses and attitudes. By doing so, we can navigate life's unpredictable waters with greater serenity and resilience, embracing the flow of existence rather than struggling against it. This approach not only brings peace of mind, but also prepares us to face life's challenges with a calm and adaptable spirit. Number 2. Next, we're diving into a timeless lesson about the paradox of control, a concept that's as relevant now as it was centuries ago. Picture this. King Canute, in a moment of sheer arrogance, commands the ocean tide to stop, to prevent his feet and robes from getting wet. It's a vivid image, isn't it? But as you'd expect, the tide pays no heed to the king's orders and continues its relentless journey. This story isn't just a historical anecdote. It's a powerful metaphor for understanding our own limitations. King Canute's experience is a stark reminder that, no matter how powerful we think we are, there are forces in life we simply cannot control. It's a humbling realization, one that challenges the illusion of control we often cling to. Many of us fall into the trap of believing we can exert control over others or even over our own bodies. We try to shape people's actions, steer their decisions, but ultimately, they follow their own paths, independent of our desires. Similarly, we might think we have dominion over our physical selves. We try to defy aging, illness, and the inevitable changes that time brings, but despite our best efforts, our bodies follow their natural course. This brings us to a profound statement by the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, as recorded in the Enchiridion. Some things are within our power, while others are not. It's a simple yet profound truth. The story of King Canute and Epictetus's wisdom both point to the same essential lesson: the importance of recognizing the limits of our control. As we reflect on this, let's imagine a gardener who loves their plants and tends to them with great care. Despite their efforts, sometimes the plants thrive, and sometimes they don't. The gardener quickly learns that while they can provide the best conditions, water, sunlight, and nutrients, the growth of the plants is ultimately not in their hands. This story, much like King Canute's, teaches us about accepting the things we cannot control and focusing our energy on what we can influence. So, dear listeners, let's strive to recognize the boundaries of your control. Understand that, while you can influence many aspects of your life, some things are simply beyond your grasp. Embrace this truth with humility and focus your efforts on what lies within your power. This acceptance isn't a sign of weakness, it's a mark of wisdom and a step towards a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Remember, what you try to control controls you. Let go of the illusion of absolute control and you'll find a path to true freedom and serenity. Number 3. In this episode, we're diving into a profound Stoic principle, beautifully encapsulated by Epictetus. Within our power are opinion, motivation, desire, aversion, and in a word, whatever is of our own doing. Not within our power are our body, our property, reputation, office, and, in a word, whatever is not of our own doing. This bold statement, though seemingly black and white, is the bedrock of Stoic philosophy in dealing with the external world. The Stoics, like Epictetus, drew a stark line between what's in our control and what's not. They taught that by focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, desires, and actions, we build inner strength. This resilience shields us from the unpredictable nature of life and the elements beyond our control. Imagine if Epictetus had seen King Canute trying to command the sea. He would likely have deemed him a colossal fool. Picture Canute also attempting to control the wind, the behavior of those around him, or even the aging of his body. He would quickly realize that the wind is untamable, people are unpredictable, and his body has its own agenda. The more Canute tried to dominate the world, the more the world showed him his lack of control. What a lesson in humility that would be. The story of King Canute, alongside Epictetus's teachings, underscores the importance of recognizing our limits. By focusing on what we can influence and accepting life's inherent uncertainties and uncontrollable aspects, we cultivate a more balanced, resilient, and fulfilling life. Let's take a moment to reflect on this. How often do we, like Canute, try to control the uncontrollable? How does this struggle affect our peace of mind and happiness? The lesson here is clear: focus on what's within your power. Let go of the rest. This is not just a strategy for inner peace, it's a blueprint for a life well lived. Remember, what you try to control ends up controlling you. So, embrace the paradox of control and find freedom in focusing on what truly matters: your actions, your choices, your inner world. This, my friends, is the path to a serene and resilient life. Number 4. In a distant time, there lived a Taoist farmer whose horse unexpectedly escaped. This event brought his neighbors to his doorstep, offering sympathy for his misfortune. Yet the farmer, steeped in Taoist philosophy, calmly replied, "Who knows what's good or bad?" This response puzzled his neighbors. The very next day, in a surprising turn of events, the horse returned, accompanied by a wild mare. The neighbors, now in a celebratory mood, came to congratulate him, but the farmer, unfazed, repeated his enigmatic words, "Who knows what's good or bad?" As time passed, the farmer's son attempted to tame the wild mare but suffered a fall, breaking his leg. The neighbors once again gathered to offer their condolences. The farmer, consistent in his wisdom, responded, "Who knows what's good or bad?" This pattern continued when the army arrived in the village, drafting young men for a war. The farmer's son, due to his injury, was exempted. The neighbors rejoiced at this stroke of good fortune, but the farmer, true to his philosophy, remained unmoved, saying, "Who knows what's good or bad?" This ancient tale embodies the paradox of control, a concept deeply resonant with Stoic teachings. It highlights our human tendency to label events as good or bad, and our futile attempts to steer life's unpredictable course. This story is a profound reminder of the Stoic principle, echoed by Epictetus. Some things are in our control and others not. It teaches us to embrace life's inherent uncertainty and to understand that our perceptions of good and bad are often transient and misleading. By adopting a stance of humility and acceptance, we can navigate life's ebbs and flows with a serene mind, much like the Stoic farmer, who understood that what we try to control can, in turn, control us. This narrative, rich in wisdom, serves as a beacon, guiding us towards a life of resilience and inner peace, where we learn to coexist with the unpredictable nature of existence. Number 5. In the intricate dance of life where the tides of control ebb and flow, there lies a profound paradox. The more we strive to control, the more we are controlled. This concept, deeply resonant with men aged 30 to 65 embarking on a journey of self-discovery, is vividly illustrated in the tale of a woman whose fear of job loss ultimately led her to unexpected success. Her story, a testament to the unpredictable nature of fate, echoes the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, particularly in the words of Epictetus. We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. This woman, gripped by the fear of unemployment, spending years in a state of anxiety and unrest. Yet when the feared event finally transpires, it unfolds not as a catastrophe but as a catalyst for transformation. Her initial despair morphs into a daring venture, opening a coffee shop, a dream long harbored in the recesses of her heart. This twist of fate, leading to a thriving business, serves as a stark reminder of life's inherent unpredictability and the futility of our worries. Her experience encapsulates a profound truth. What we often dread as misfortune may in fact be a veiled blessing. Conversely, what we perceive as beneficial might lead us down a path of unforeseen challenges. This ambiguity in life's events, where understanding only crystallizes in retrospect, can be both daunting and liberating. For men navigating the complexities of midlife, this narrative offers a crucial lesson. The realization that life's outcomes are beyond our complete control invites a shift in perspective. It encourages a loosening of the grip on external circumstances, fostering a sense of serenity amidst life's inherent uncertainties. This approach, deeply rooted in modern life, suggests that embracing the unpredictable nature of the universe can lead to a more harmonious existence. It's a call to focus on our internal responses rather than external events, aligning with the Stoic belief that true power lies in our reaction to what life presents us. In essence, the paradox of control teaches us that in the pursuit of controlling our lives, we often become prisoners of our own devices. Yet by acknowledging and accepting the limits of our influence, we open ourselves to a realm of possibilities, where adaptability and resilience become our guiding stars. This philosophy, seamlessly woven into the fabric of contemporary life, offers a beacon of hope and guidance, encouraging us to navigate life's unpredictable waters with a calm and stoic spirit. Number 6. In this exploration of the paradox of control, we delve into a profound yet often overlooked aspect of our lives. Picture this. The more we try to grip the reins of the uncontrollable, the more we surrender our peace and happiness to forces beyond our grasp. It's like trying to hold onto water. The tighter you squeeze, the more it slips through your fingers. This relentless pursuit of control can lead us down a path of anxiety, stress, and frustration, leaving us feeling powerless when things don't go our way. Consider the simple yet powerful example of parenting. In our quest to steer our children in a certain direction, we often find ourselves at their mercy, reacting to their unpredictable nature. As the wise Epictetus once said, when we attempt to control the uncontrollable, particularly external factors, we're setting ourselves up for a tumultuous journey. Our mental state becomes a puppet, dancing to the strings of external circumstances. This paradox is not just about parenting, it's a universal struggle. We all have faced moments where our desire for control over others, over situations, or even over our future, has left us in a state of unrest. It's a natural human tendency to seek control, to feel secure in the unpredictable theater of life. Yet, ironically, this pursuit often leads to an illusion of control, as fragile as a house of cards, ready to collapse at the slightest breeze. Now let's bring this closer to home. Imagine you're planning a big event. You've got every detail mapped out, but suddenly, the weather turns, throwing everything into disarray. That frustration, that sense of helplessness you feel, is the paradox of control in action. It's a stark reminder that while we can steer our ship, we can't calm the stormy seas. So, what's the takeaway for us, the seekers of wisdom in this chaotic world? It's about learning to distinguish between what we can control and what we can't. It's about understanding that our peace of mind shouldn't be tethered to the whims of external forces. Instead, we should focus on our responses, our attitudes, and our actions. By doing so, we reclaim our power, not over the world, but over ourselves. Remember, in the grand tapestry of life, it's not the external events that define our journey, but how we choose to navigate them. Let this be a guiding light in your quest for a serene and resilient spirit. Number 7. Alan Watts poignantly captured a profound truth. The desire for security and the feeling of insecurity are the same thing. To hold your breath is to lose your breath. This statement invites us to ponder. Is our relentless pursuit of control merely a manifestation of deep-seated insecurities? What fears are we harboring that drive us to exert dominion over every facet of our external environment? And if indeed this is a reflection of our fears, how can we address it? This quest for control, it appears, is deeply rooted in our fear of the unknown, the unpredictable, and the uncontrollable elements of life. In an attempt to shield ourselves from life's inherent chaos and uncertainty, we often find ourselves grappling to control the world around us, clinging to a deceptive sense of security. However, this approach overlooks a crucial truth. Real peace and security are not found in the external world, but are cultivated within. Ralph Waldo Emerson, the American philosopher, wisely noted, "Nothing can bring you peace but yourself. It's in accepting, rather than resisting, life's inherent unpredictability that we find true resilience. By acknowledging that certain aspects of life are beyond our control, we can shift our focus to what is within our power, our thoughts, emotions, and actions." Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, once remarked, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Recognizing and relinquishing this imagined need for control liberates us from unnecessary suffering and anxiety. In learning to embrace the uncontrollable, we discover the very security and peace we sought through control. Instead of fixating on the uncontrollable, our energy is better invested in fostering inner resilience and adaptability. This shift requires embracing flexibility, openness, and the readiness to adapt as necessary. Carl Jung, the renowned psychiatrist, encapsulated this beautifully. "I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become." By accepting life's unpredictability, we can let go of our need for control, focusing instead on cultivating the inner strength and courage to face whatever comes our way. Seneca's words resonate deeply here. Our lack of confidence is not the result of difficulty. The difficulty comes from our lack of confidence. In embracing this wisdom, we find the key to navigating life's tumultuous waters with a serene mind and a resilient spirit, much like a devoted Stoic on their journey through life. Number 8. Life is like a handful of sand. The tighter you grasp it, the more it slips away. Only by gently cradling it in your palm can you keep the sand, and only by learning to accept adversity can you find peace of mind. On a Saturday morning, I was rushing through the streets of New York to catch the 9:57 train from my house to New Jersey. Unfortunately, I arrived at 9:59 and the train waits for no one. Initially, I thought it was okay. I would catch the 10:15 train. But then, a cancellation notice appeared and the next train wasn't until 11 hours. A feeling of frustration and self-pity welled up inside me. However, after calming down, I realized there was nothing I could do but wait for the next train. So, I had some snacks and rested in the meantime. Usually, I wouldn't handle the situation this way, and neither would most people. On the train, I looked out the window and listened intently to the conversations around me. People were expressing their anger about the canceled train to their loved ones and friends. This suddenly reminded me of the origin of human suffering. Most of us are control freaks to the point of madness, living in a world where we can't control anything that happens around us. We constantly try to monitor every move of our environment to make it meet our needs. We easily get angry when things don't go our way. We always fantasize about things that aren't real, about how things should work, and when that fantasy isn't fulfilled, we are suddenly shocked. So, what's the solution here? How can we prevent frustration from arising and disturbing our minds every time the world doesn't operate the way we want? I know what you're thinking, that we should restrain our control frenzy. In some respects, that's true, but there's more to consider. We need to redirect the flow of our control energy. We can't control the outside world, but we have complete control over our inner elements. Yet most of us don't pay attention to this. These are understanding, decision-making, and action. Yes, that's what you can control. That's what you're responsible for. Number 9. Tell me, when was the last time you tried to control your thoughts? When was the last time you were angry about an action you took instead of the result it brought? I've wasted so much time worrying and stressing about things completely out of my control. I spent hours struggling trying to manipulate them as I wanted, or complaining when things didn't go my way. They never made me feel lighter or satisfied. Only when I learned to let go of everything did I start to feel life become more comfortable and enjoyable, even though many things still didn't go my way. Just like sand slips away the tighter you grasp it, only by gently cradling it can you keep it. Whenever a train is canceled, a car breaks down, it rains on a beach day, or whenever life throws lemons at me, I follow 3 simple steps to feel more serene and relieved. Number 10. 1. Acceptance. In life, we often find ourselves at a crossroads where things don't go as planned, much like the day I discovered my train had been canceled. Initially, I struggled to distinguish between what was within my control and what wasn't. The cancellation was a fact I couldn't alter, and the next train wouldn't arrive for another hour. However, the way I responded to this predicament was entirely in my hands. This scenario is a classic example of the paradox of control. We are constantly faced with situations that are beyond our control, yet how we react to them is always our choice. We can either accept these circumstances or waste our energy in frustration and complaints. But let's be honest, does complaining ever bring us any closer to happiness or resolution? The answer is a resounding no. Acceptance doesn't mean passive resignation. It's about recognizing the limits of our influence and choosing to focus on what we can change: our perspective, our emotions, and our actions. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. This profound insight encapsulates the essence of Stoicism and the art of living a fulfilled life. So, when you're confronted with life's inevitable hurdles, remember this story. Whether it's a delayed train, a sudden downpour, or any other curveball life throws at you, your power lies in your response. By embracing acceptance and focusing on what you can control, you transform your experience of the world. This is the paradox of control. What you try to control ends up controlling you. But when you let go and focus on your response, you reclaim your power and find peace. Number 11. 2. Seek peace. In the journey of life, especially for men between the ages of 30 and 65, the pursuit of control often becomes a paradoxical endeavor. As we stride through the complexities of our existence, it's crucial to recognize that what we try to control in turn, controls us. This paradox of control is a subtle yet profound truth that resonates deeply with the Stoic philosophy, which teaches us the art of letting go and finding peace in acceptance. Consider this. If you've accepted a situation, the next logical step is to find peace in your decision. This is not a passive resignation, but an active embrace of reality. I firmly believe that everything in life happens for a reason, though that reason may not always be immediately apparent. Take, for instance, missing the 9:57 train. Initially, it might seem like a frustrating setback. However, upon reflection, it could be a hidden blessing. Perhaps it was a way to avoid an unforeseen accident, or maybe it was an opportunity to inspire others through this very experience. It could even be a chance for personal growth, like cultivating patience. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Some things are in our control and others not." This profound statement encapsulates the essence of finding peace. The reason behind each event might remain a mystery, sometimes revealing itself over years, or perhaps remaining unknown forever. But the wisdom lies in understanding that if things were meant to be different, they would have been. This acceptance is not about giving up efforts, but about recognizing the limits of our control. In our modern lives, this concept is more relevant than ever. The fast-paced world constantly pushes us to take charge, to control every aspect of our lives. But it's essential to step back and realize that some things are beyond our control. The key is to focus on our responses, our attitudes towards these events. By doing so, we can find a serene state of mind, unshaken by life's ebbs and flows. This approach is not just philosophical, but immensely practical. It allows us to channel our energies towards what we can change, and in the process we gain a sense of empowerment and calm. So as you navigate through the complexities of life, is to remember this paradox of control. Embrace the Stoic wisdom of discerning what is within your control and what is not. In doing so, you'll find that peace is not just a destination, but a path you walk on every day, a path that leads to a more fulfilling and resilient life. Number 12.3. We delve into the profound concept of gratitude, a cornerstone in the Stoic journey. Picture this. I'm at the station, my train's been canceled. An inconvenience, yes, but amidst this, I find small blessings, the means to enjoy a snack, extra time to immerse myself in a book, the gift of health and breath. It's a simple yet powerful reminder. Where we direct our focus expands. Dwelling on life's hurdles only magnifies them, yet acknowledging our blessings, no matter how small, can shift our perspective dramatically. Imagine a world where everything aligns perfectly with our desires, catching the train just in time, every time. Such perfection is rare, almost mythical. If our happiness hinges solely on these flawless moments, we're setting ourselves up for a life riddled with frustration and discontent. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This resonates deeply with our topic today. So the next time life throws a curveball, like a missed train, resist the urge to lash out in frustration. Instead, embrace acceptance, seek inner peace, and cultivate gratitude. This shift in mindset isn't just about making peace with the present, it's about transforming our entire experience of life. By practicing gratitude, even in the face of life's inevitable disruptions, we open ourselves to a world of beauty and serenity that was always there, just waiting for us to notice. Remember, what you try to control controls you, but in gratitude, you find freedom and joy. Let's embark on this journey together, embracing each moment with a grateful heart, and watch as life unfolds in its most beautiful form. As we conclude today's exploration of the paradox of control, remember that the true essence of Stoicism lies in embracing what we can influence and releasing our grip on what lies beyond our control. This journey isn't just about understanding these principles, it's about living them. Each day presents a new canvas to practice the art of letting go and focusing on our own actions and responses. I encourage you to reflect on how this paradox manifests in your life. How have you experienced the freedom that comes from releasing the need to control the uncontrollable? Share your stories and insights in the comments below. Your experiences not only enrich our Stoic community but also serve as a beacon of inspiration for others on this path. Remember, in the wise words of Epictetus, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. Let's continue to grow together in wisdom and resilience. Thank you for joining me on Stoic in Your Life, and until our next meeting, may you find strength and serenity in the Stoic way. Seneca's unshakable mind, the Stoic path. In the philosophical dialogue between Seneca and his friend Serenus, we find a profound exploration of the Stoic ideal of an unshakable mind. Seneca, a sage in his own right, asserts that a wise man is impervious to harm. Serenus, skeptical, questions whether this means that no one would attempt to harm the wise. Seneca clarifies that attempts might be made, but they would be futile, as the wise man's elevated state renders him unreachable by such petty attacks. This concept is akin to an army of archers and catapults futilely trying to strike the gods. Their efforts, though ambitious, are ultimately in vain, as their arrows fall short of the heavens. Seneca's metaphor resonates deeply, especially when considering the Stoic belief in inner fortitude. He suggests that true strength lies in becoming invulnerable to the malice of others, a state of being where external negativity loses its power. However, Serenus counters this idea, proposing a world where no one wishes harm upon the wise. This idealistic view, while noble, is critiqued by Seneca as an unrealistic expectation of humanity. This dialogue echoes a famous Stoic quote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality," by Seneca himself. It highlights the Stoic principle that our reactions to events, rather than the events themselves, are within our control. This perspective is particularly relevant in today's world where offense is often taken over trivial matters. Seneca's wisdom suggests that striving for a completely inoffensive society is an impractical goal. Instead, the Stoic path encourages us to develop an unshakable mind, one that remains serene and undisturbed by external chaos, much like the gods who remain untouched by the arrows shot towards the sky. This Stoic resilience is not just a shield against harm, but a profound way to navigate the complexities of human interactions and the unpredictability of life. We can control our reactions. In a world where people often say or do things that can offend others, it's important to recognize that the power to be offended or not lies as much in the hands of the offended as it does in the offender. This concept is particularly relevant in the context of Serenus's dilemma, which highlights the futility of trying to control others' actions, especially their negative opinions. In today's digital age, with platforms like YouTube and social media, everyone has a voice, and this has led to a significant increase in the visibility of offensive language and opinions. It's a reality that, as long as humanity exists and values freedom of speech, there will always be those who express hurtful, offensive, or nonsensical views. The rise in the number of people who are offended and demand silence from others is noticeable. However, trying to silence those who offend us is an ineffective strategy, akin to carrying coal to Newcastle. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, repeatedly emphasized that the true power to avoid being offended lies within ourselves. The essence of this approach is not about defeating the offenders, but about becoming undefeatable by them. This strength and resilience are within our control as taught by Stoic philosophy. The key question then becomes, how do we achieve this state of being undefeatable? This content delves into Seneca's Stoicism, focusing on the journey to becoming truly undefeatable in the face of offensive words and actions. When we delve into the world of Stoic philosophy, Marcus Aurelius often emerges as a familiar figure. His work, Meditations, is not only widely accessible but also deeply resonant, offering a window into his personal reflections and challenges. This blend of introspection and imperial responsibility shapes a compelling archetype, much like Epictetus, whose journey from slavery to freedom is equally inspiring. However, Seneca, another towering figure in Stoicism, presents a more intricate archetype. His life as a statesman, philosopher, and dramatist allowed him to influence various spheres, including literature, philosophy, and politics. While he never attained the imperial stature of Marcus Aurelius, his influence during the early years of Nero's reign was nearly as significant. Seneca's multifaceted life and his contributions to Stoicism offer a rich tapestry of lessons. His experiences, ranging from the corridors of power to the realms of intellectual discourse, provide a unique perspective on resilience and virtue. As Seneca himself said, "Life, if well lived, is long enough." This quote encapsulates the Stoic belief in living a life of purpose and meaning, regardless of its length or the roles one plays. In understanding Seneca's unshakable mind, we see a Stoic path marked by complexity and depth. His teachings encourage us to embrace our roles no matter how varied they may be, and to find strength in our reflections and actions. This narrative, woven with stories and metaphors, not only enlightens but also strengthens our belief in the Stoic philosophy, guiding men, especially those between 30 to 65, on a journey of self-discovery and resilience. Seneca's life and works. Seneca the Younger, born in ancient Cordoba, was the son of the renowned writer Seneca the Elder and Helvia, a woman from a distinguished family. While trained in rhetoric, Seneca found his true passion in philosophy. His journey took a dramatic turn when Emperor Claudius exiled him to Corsica for 8 years on charges of adultery. It was during this period of isolation that Seneca penned some of his most significant works, including a heartfelt consolation to his mother, delving deep into Stoic philosophy. Seneca's contributions to Stoicism weren't just limited to essays on topics like anger management, finding tranquility, and building inner strength. He also wrote insightful letters filled with Stoic wisdom in Latin, a choice that underscored his Roman literary aspirations, diverging from the then common practice of writing in Greek. In this video, we're going to delve into one of Seneca's key works, De Constantia Sapientis, or On the Firmness of the Wise Man. As a Stoic, Seneca aimed for a state of unshakable calm, a deep inner peace that remained undisturbed by external events, or at least affected as little as possible. But what exactly did Seneca mean by this state of unperturbedness? Was it about being an unfeeling stone, immune to the caprices of fate? Or did it involve a total detachment from everything around us, regardless of whether it's good or bad? In On the Firmness of the Wise Man, Seneca intricately describes how a sage, a person of wisdom and equanimity, would react in various scenarios. We'll explore these responses and the essence of being a tranquil, balanced individual in this video essay, breaking down Seneca's profound insights for a modern audience. How does one become undefeatable? To achieve an unshakable mind, as Seneca and his fellow Stoics propose, is to cultivate tranquility and resilience amidst life's external forces. This Stoic ideal champions internal fortitude, enabling one to remain unscathed by insults or physical assaults. It's a testament to the strength within, not a callous indifference to the world around us. Contrary to popular belief, Stoicism doesn't advocate for emotional numbness. Seneca, through his poignant letters, notably the heartfelt one to his mother, underscores that Stoics do experience emotions. They aren't lifeless statues, impervious to the world's happenings. In my book Stoicism for Inner Strength, I delve into the Stoic perspective on emotions, revealing how reason and emotion coexist, fostering a state of flourishing that is central to Stoic philosophy. Being unshakable, therefore, isn't synonymous with emotional detachment. It's about steering clear of what Stoics term passions, those irrational emotional responses triggered by external events. These could manifest as prolonged anger over an insult, excessive grief over a loss, or intense desires for external things or people. The absence of such passions paves the way for an unperturbed mind. From a Stoic viewpoint, true invincibility lies in one's imperturbability, to external chaos. It means remaining unharmed in adversity, whether it's facing an insult, coping with a breakup, or enduring physical aggression. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This encapsulates the essence of being undefeatable, a steadfastness that no external force can undermine. Understanding the concept of injury. Insights from Seneca. In exploring the idea of what constitutes an injury, we delve into the philosophical insights of Seneca, particularly from his essay De Constantia Sapientis. The question arises, when do we truly consider ourselves injured? Is it in moments of physical harm, verbal insults, financial loss, or illness? Surprisingly, Seneca proposes a different perspective. He suggests that injury is not inherent in the actions done to us, whether they be insults or physical attacks. Instead, it lies in our response to these actions. This viewpoint shifts the focus from external events to internal resilience. Seneca's definition of a sage is not someone who is untouched by attempts of injury due to a secure and comfortable life. Rather, a sage is characterized by inner strength, the ability to remain unharmed regardless of external circumstances. He states, "In like manner, you may know that the wise man, if no injury hurts him, is of a higher type than if none is offered to him." This implies that true strength is demonstrated not in the absence of challenges, but in the capacity to remain unaffected by them. Consider the analogy of a wealthy individual, accustomed to a life of ease, suddenly facing adversity. Would their character be robust enough to thrive without their wealth? This scenario illustrates that true resilience and character strength are independent of external comforts. Seneca eloquently asserts, "The invulnerable is not that which is never struck, but that which is never wounded." This highlights the idea that invulnerability is not about avoiding challenges but about being unaffected by them. We cannot control the world's disposition towards us, but we can cultivate an inner fortitude that makes us less susceptible to misfortune. In conclusion, Seneca's teachings encourage us to rethink our understanding of injury. It's not about the external events we encounter, but how we internally process and respond to them. By developing inner strength and resilience, we can aspire to a state of invulnerability, where no external circumstance can truly injure us. How can develop the ability to become invulnerable? To develop an unshakable mind, akin to the Stoic philosophy espoused by Seneca, one must embrace patience and trust in reason. This approach is exemplified in various life scenarios, particularly through the lens of Seneca's teachings. Consider the story of Vatinius as narrated by Seneca. Vatinius, often ridiculed and despised, was a witty jester, impervious to shame. Despite having more enemies than ailments, his indifference to public opinion rendered him invulnerable to their scorn. This echoes the stance of Diogenes the Cynic, whose strength lay in his disregard for others' judgments. By detaching from worldly attachments, Diogenes ensured he had nothing to lose. In contemporary times, taking offense has become somewhat of a trend. People often publicly express their hurt over remarks, yet seldom delve into the reasons behind their reactions. While these expressions may stem from a desire to shape a better world, they often reflect personal expectations of how others should act. This is reminiscent of a Stoic quote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality," highlighting the self-inflicted nature of much of our distress. To cultivate a mind like Seneca's, one must learn to endure life's adversities with a blend of humor and detachment. It's about understanding that our reactions to external events, more than the events themselves, dictate our peace of mind. By adopting this Stoic mindset, we can navigate life's challenges with resilience and equanimity, much like Vatinius and Diogenes, who found strength in their indifference to societal judgments. How people often react negatively to insults. The philosopher Seneca from that era had some insightful thoughts on this matter. He noticed that people, even back then, would go to great lengths to avoid insults. He shared an example where slaves would rather endure physical punishment than face verbal insults, highlighting how deeply people detested being insulted. Seneca found this reaction to be unreasonable, viewing it as a sign of a fragile ego and an overly sensitive nature. He believed that words, unlike physical harm, cannot truly hurt us. Seneca proposed a logical way to deal with insults. He suggested that when insulted, one should consider whether the insult is deserved or not. If it is deserved, then it's not really an insult but more of a rightful observation or a form of justice. If it's undeserved, the person who is being unjust should feel ashamed, not the one being insulted. He further questioned the very nature of an insult. For instance, if someone mocks a visible trait like baldness, poor eyesight, or any physical characteristic, Seneca argued that it's not an insult but merely a statement of the obvious. To put it simply, Seneca's perspective is that if someone points out a truth about you, even if it's unflattering, it shouldn't be taken as an insult. It's just a fact. This approach encourages a more resilient and rational response to what we often perceive as insults. Imagine you're the target of an unfounded criticism or a hurtful remark. It stings, doesn't it? But pause for a moment and ponder. If the comment is baseless, why should it be considered an insult? It's mere gibberish. And the one who utters it should feel more embarrassed than you. Take, for instance, my own experience. I'm not particularly tall, and I've often been the butt of height-related jokes. Initially, these comments infuriated me. How could they mock me so? Moreover, mocking someone's height seems to be a socially accepted form of body shaming, adding a layer of injustice to the hurt. This feels blatantly unfair. Yet Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, would dismiss such grievances effortlessly. He'd likely say, "What harm is there in someone stating the obvious? You are short. It's a simple observation, albeit made by foolish individuals. Don't let their words unsettle you. Rise above them, and you transform from just a short man to a man of stature." This is a fictional interpretation of Seneca's perspective. Seneca believed that a truly wise person is impervious to insults. The moment he allows himself to be swayed by them, he becomes susceptible to harm. His sense of security would be shattered in the presence of others, vulnerable to their words which could wound or even destroy him. Insults would then become like arrows, piercing his peace of mind. His serenity would hinge on the moods of the rude and the uncouth, leaving him to hope in vain for their mercy. In such a state, he might as well detach himself from society altogether to avoid any potential hurt. Consider another quote from Epictetus, a renowned Stoic philosopher. "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This encapsulates the Stoic belief in the power of personal resilience and the importance of maintaining inner peace against external disturbances. By embracing this philosophy, one can navigate life's challenges with a calm and unshakable mind, much like the Stoics of ancient times. True strength lies in the mind, not in the absence of pain. The philosophy of Stoicism, as taught by Seneca, extends far beyond mere resilience to verbal insults. It encompasses a profound level of mental fortitude, enabling one to remain unshaken even in the face of physical harm. Seneca's teachings reveal that true injury is not about physical wounds but mental defeat. He famously said, "We do not deny that it is an unpleasant thing to be beaten or struck, or to lose one of our limbs, but we say that none of these things are injuries. We do not take away from them the feeling of pain, but the name of injury, which cannot be received while our virtue is unimpaired." This highlights that while our bodies may suffer, our minds can remain invincible. A wise person's capacity to endure suffering is a testament to their inner strength. Such a person does not let physical pain or the fear of it control them. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, beautifully encapsulated this idea, stating that even in chains, his free will remained untouched by Zeus himself. This level of detachment from physical pain is a challenging but admirable goal. Seneca's concept of being undefeatable extends to all aspects of life, not just physical or verbal abuse. He argues that a true sage remains steadfast regardless of the situation, whether it's enduring torture or facing personal heartbreak. Seneca believed in the boundless resilience of the human spirit, stating, "He who says that the wise man can bear this and cannot bear that, and restrains his magnanimity within certain limits, does wrong. For fortune overcomes us unless she is entirely overcome. Seneca recognized that feeling pain and sorrow is natural, even for the wise. However, the key lies in how one responds and recovers from such misfortunes. He advised allowing oneself to grieve but then finding solace in reason and inner strength. For Seneca, trivial troubles were not even worth acknowledging, at most, warranting a laugh. Seneca's teachings on Stoicism offer a powerful perspective on life's challenges. They encourage us to cultivate a mindset where our mental fortitude remains unbroken, regardless of external circumstances. By embracing this philosophy, we can learn to face life's trials with grace and resilience, finding strength in our unyielding spirit. Overcoming the fear of death. In the profound teachings of Seneca, we are invited to confront what many deem the ultimate adversity, the inevitability of death. Seneca, with his Stoic wisdom, encourages us not just to accept death as an inescapable facet of existence, but to view it as the ultimate challenge to overcome it. His perspective is that mastering our fear of death empowers us to handle life's other trials with greater ease. Seneca eloquently asserts, if we accept with an undisturbed and tranquil mind that greatest terror of all, beyond which the angry laws and the most cruel masters have nothing to threaten us with, in which fortune's dominion is contained, if we know that death is not an evil, and therefore is not an injury either, we shall much more easily endure the other things, such as losses, pains, disgraces, changes of abode, bereavements, and partings, which do not overwhelm the wise man, even if they all befall him at once. Much less does he grieve at them when they assail him separately. This quote encapsulates the essence of Stoic philosophy, emphasizing that understanding and accepting death diminishes the impact of life's lesser misfortunes. It's a reminder that the wise man, grounded in Stoic principles, remains unshaken even amidst a storm of challenges, be they losses, physical pain, social disgrace, relocation, the grief of losing loved ones, or the sorrow of separation. These tribulations, formidable as they may seem, are mere ripples compared to the vastness of death, and thus, they are more easily endured. Seneca further illustrates this point by comparing the trials inflicted by fortune to those imposed by powerful individuals. He notes, "And if he bears the injuries of fortune calmly, how much more will he bear those of powerful men, whom he knows to be the hands of fortune?" This metaphor beautifully conveys the idea that once a man has conquered his fear of death, the trials imposed by others, even those in positions of power, become insignificant. He who fears death will never do anything worth of a man who is alive. This statement complements Seneca's teachings, underscoring the belief that a life lived in fear of death is a life half-lived. It encourages us to embrace life fully, with courage and resilience, knowing that our ultimate test is to face death with a calm and untroubled spirit. Seneca's teachings guide us to a deeper understanding of life's challenges, with the acceptance of death being the cornerstone of Stoic resilience. By internalizing this wisdom, we equip ourselves to face life's adversities with a steadier heart and a more unshakable mind. In the work on the shortness of life, Seneca reminds us of one of the most precious but often overlooked resources: time. Here are the 5 most essential ideas about his art of time management. 1. Treat time as a commodity. Seneca says, "People often strive to save their personal assets, but when it comes to time, they waste what should be limited." Seneca warns us not to regard time as an infinite resource, not to mention that it is the most precious and irreplaceable. Imagine you are walking down the street and see someone throwing money out of a car window. You would surely think this person has a problem. But you are wasting something much more valuable, every day: time. We do not know how much time we have, but it is certainly limited. Clearly, wasting time is crazier than wasting money, because money can be earned back. But time once gone is gone forever. Money and assets can increase or decrease depending on luck or effort, but time is fixed. Death lurks for those who waste time, those who underestimate its importance, because when used correctly, time becomes a lever. Conversely, when squandered without consideration, it becomes a constant and lingering regret. 2. Don't waste time preparing for life. According to Seneca, we all waste too much time preparing for life. He urges us to live for the present, for the very moment that is happening now. Happiness lies in the present, not the future. So don't delay it. He criticizes those who think they just need to work hard until about 60 and then enjoy the pleasures of old age. How can that be? The future is uncertain and uncontrollable. An accident or unexpected event can happen at any time. And then we lie on the sickbed, reflecting on life and regretting not having used that precious time. Ages 20, 30, 40, or 50 are all worth considering. But don't let them steal the precious present. You can only live each moment once and only once, so don't waste it. 1 Corinthians 3. Being busy is just an excuse. Seneca says you should not consider a person to have lived long just because they have gray hair and wrinkles. That person has not lived long, just existed long. We all have desires in life. A stable job, a nice house, passionate relationships, or expensive vacations. But most of us can't achieve them because we are stuck with the 4 words: food, clothing, shelter, money, or the relationships we maintain for fear of loneliness. You're just trying to hold on to everything, but every time a storm passes, another comes. Then, you justify that you don't have enough time for new hobbies. Being busy is always an excuse. If you don't know what you like or want, ask yourself these questions. What could I do if I had more time? Or if I could change one thing about myself, what would it be? Maybe you want to lose weight, learn a new language, read a book a week, or start exploring photography. The best way to start is to wake up early. You will find time seems to extend, giving you extra time for the plans you've long cherished. Work while others sleep, as someone said, I don't know who. The longer you wait to start changing, the more you will spend your life working to make someone else's dream a reality. And your dream remains just a dream. 4. Stop hesitating and give up procrastination. We learn from Seneca that, while wasting time hesitating and procrastinating, life still goes on. Procrastination occurs when there is a conflict between short-term enjoyment, like surfing the web, and long-term commitments, like learning a new skill. In psychology, this is called time inconsistency. Procrastination is giving up long-term goals for the temptation of momentary satisfaction. Even though the result of successful weight loss is wonderful, the brain still prefers fatty chocolate cakes over chicken breast and mashed potatoes. However, Seneca has given us a very effective and simple method to combat this: premeditatio malorum. The idea behind it is simple. Ask yourself before doing something about the possible outcomes. By acknowledging the pleasure beforehand and then setting the time, place, and starting point, appropriately, you can overcome the allure of short-term pleasures in advance. If you prepare by scheduling anything you want to accomplish, the likelihood of you doing it will be 2 to 3 times higher. Creating your own rewards. According to Seneca, procrastination is the greatest waste of life. It steals each day as it comes and denies us the present by promising the future. The biggest obstacle to life is expectation. Procrastination is strongest when we are about to begin a task. Even if you have eliminated all distractions and are ready to sit down at 8 a.m. as planned, your brain still finds the appeal of finding an excuse to do something easier very strong. The most uncomfortable challenge is finding a way to make that start smoother. The key here is expectation. It's what we crave when we want to procrastinate, the gap between short-term pleasure and a long-term reward. The reason starting is always so hard is that it has no immediate reward. You wake up to study at 5 a.m., but its reward waits a whole year. However, if you can create an immediate reward for yourself, you motivate yourself to start. For example, if you postpone watching a movie until after finishing a report, then watching the movie is no longer an obstacle, but a reward for completing your work, an immediate reward. As we conclude our journey through Seneca's profound insights on the Stoic path, I encourage each of you to reflect on how these principles can be woven into the fabric of your daily life. Remember, The journey towards personal growth and happiness is ongoing, and the Stoic wisdom we've explored today can be a powerful guide. Take a moment to ask yourself, how can I apply Seneca's teachings to become more resilient, more focused, and more at peace with the world around me? Your journey towards an unshakable mind begins with these small yet significant steps. Don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. How have these Stoic principles impacted your life? Your insights not only enrich our community here at Stoic in Your Life, but also inspire others to embark on their own path of Stoic wisdom. Thank you for joining me on this enlightening exploration. If you found value in our discussion, please like, share, and subscribe to Stoic in Your Life for more content that can transform your mindset and your life. Until next time, keep striving for personal growth and happiness, the Stoic way. Imagine standing beneath the endless expanse of the sky, envisioning a future where financial struggles are merely echoes of the past. You're not just dreaming of wealth, but actively sculpting a life of abundance, inner contentment, and profound joy. Does this vision feel too far-fetched? Let me assure you, this isn't just a fantasy, but a tangible reality within your grasp. In today's journey, we delve deep into the transformative wisdom of Stoicism, unveiling 10 pivotal principles that promise to liberate you from the shackles of ordinary thinking. Our exploration goes beyond mere financial gain. We're talking about cultivating a soul that's rich in peace, brimming with positive energy, and thriving in harmony. These principles aren't mere suggestions. They are the golden keys to a realm of new possibilities. Stay with us till the end of this video and witness a profound shift in how you manage your finances and perceive life itself. Why should you pay attention? Because life is more than mere survival. It's about fully embracing and relishing each moment. Embark on this transformative odyssey with us, starting with the very first Stoic principle. Principle 1. Stop ignoring your finances. Stop ignoring your finances, a crucial aspect often overlooked in our lives. Stoicism, more than just a philosophy, is a guide to living with self-control, resilience, and deep awareness, especially in financial matters. The old saying goes, ignorance is bliss, but when it comes to finances, ignorance is a risky business. Stoicism teaches us to confront our financial reality with open eyes and a clear mind. Let's apply Stoic wisdom to our financial life, opening doors to a new realm of understanding and attitude towards money. It's not just about the balance in your bank account. It's about comprehensively understanding your income sources, managing your expenses, and being in control of your debts. Stoicism encourages us to face the truth about our finances, not to shy away from it. Imagine looking at your bank statement, not just as a number, but as a story of your financial journey. Ask yourself, where does this money come from? What am I spending it on? Could I manage my expenses more wisely? This is about gaining a clear insight into your financial situation and exercising self-control to make informed and wise decisions. In a world that often glorifies wealth, Stoicism offers a refreshing perspective. It's not about how much money you have, but how well you understand and manage it. This principle is about embracing financial awareness, not as a burden but as a path to freedom and stability. Furthermore, Stoic philosophy not only teaches us about self-control but also about building connections with others through understanding and empathy. Let's start with the essence of Stoicism: self-control. It's not just about restraining impulses. It's about understanding and managing your financial decisions with clarity and purpose. Imagine you're the captain of a ship. Your financial choices are the rudder steering you through the sea of life. Every decision, no matter how small, sets the course for your financial future. But Stoicism isn't just a solitary practice. It's about building bridges of understanding and empathy with others. Picture yourself in a vast network of people, each with their unique financial challenges. By sharing experiences and learning from others, you create a supportive community. This sense of togetherness reminds us that we're not alone in our financial struggles. It's like a warm, comforting light in a dark room, showing us that others too navigate these turbulent waters. Now, let's talk about personal responsibility. Stoicism teaches us to own our lives, including our finances. You're not just a passive player. You're the CEO of your financial life. Every choice, from how you earn to how you spend, invest or save, is a reflection of your values and goals. It's about taking the reins and steering your financial destiny towards a future you desire. And here's a crucial point: live in full reality. Don't be swayed by illusions or misconceptions about money. It's easy to get lost in fantasies of wealth or fears of poverty. But Stoicism invites us to see our financial situation as it truly is. Assess your income, expenses, debts, savings, and investments with a clear, unflinching eye. Remember, you're the steward of your finances. Treat your money not just as currency, but as a tool to build the life you dream of. As Seneca, a great Stoic philosopher, once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." This isn't about shunning wealth, but understanding that true richness comes from being content with what we have, while striving for what we need. In conclusion, embrace these Stoic principles in your financial life. Exercise self-control, build empathetic connections, take personal responsibility, and live in the reality of your financial situation. By doing so, you'll transform not just your bank account but your entire approach to life. Remember, your financial journey is a crucial part of your Stoic path. Walk it with wisdom, courage, and serenity. Until next time, keep navigating the ebbs and flows of life with a serene mind and a resilient spirit. Principle 2. Stop blaming others. Epictetus, a sage of Stoicism, once profoundly stated, "People are not disturbed by things, but by the view they take of them." This principle urges us to internalize Epictetus's wisdom, steering our own course towards a future shaped by our decisions, not by casting blame on others. It's a call to embrace personal accountability and self-reliance, pivotal in transforming our financial and overall life quality. Picture this. You're embarking on a voyage to a distant island, where you are the undisputed captain of your life's ship. This island, symbolic of life itself, is riddled with challenges, obstacles, and opportunities. Yet, amidst this complexity, the one element under your unwavering control is you. Stoicism teaches us to confront ourselves in the mirror of introspection, recognizing that the key to change lies within. But why embrace this responsibility? The answer lies in the liberating power of self-governance. Consider a tempest at sea. We have no command over the ferocious winds and towering waves, yet our hand on the ship's wheel remains ours to control. In life's tumultuous moments, external circumstances may be beyond our grasp, but our response, our adaptation, and our resilience are ours to mold. This ethos of personal responsibility isn't a burden, it's a gateway to freedom, an invitation to sculpt our existence as we see fit. Embody the role of the captain on your life's voyage. Refuse to let external forces or individuals usurp your helm. Remember the words of another Stoic philosopher, Seneca, who said, "Life is like a play. It's not the length but the excellence of the acting that matters." In this spirit, act excellently in your life's play by being the architect of your destiny, steering your ship with purpose and conviction towards the shores of your choosing. It's easy to fall into the trap of blaming others or external circumstances when things don't go our way. Stoicism, however, views this as a sign of weakness and a relinquishment of control. It's a common pitfall, but Stoicism teaches us a more empowering approach. Let's picture a scenario. You're in a sports competition and the outcome isn't what you hoped for. It's natural to feel let down and to point fingers at the weather, an injury, or other external factors. But Stoicism nudges us to look inward. It suggests that perhaps with better preparation, more rigorous training, or honed skills, the result could have been different. This introspection is at the heart of Stoic philosophy. This idea ties back to what the Stoics call the dichotomy of control. It's a simple yet profound concept. There are things in life we can control, and things we can't. We might not have power over the weather, others' actions, or societal structures, but we do have control over our reactions, decisions, and actions. Stoicism teaches us to focus on these rather than external factors beyond our control. By doing so, we assert our self-determination and refuse to be governed by externalities. Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This quote underscores the Stoic belief in focusing on what we can control, our perceptions, intentions, and actions. By not blaming others and accepting responsibility, we're not just showing personal accountability, we're also carving a path to a meaningful and liberated life. In embracing this Stoic principle, we transform into proactive creators of our destiny, meeting every challenge with resilience and strength. Remember, in the grand theater of life, it's not the external scripts that define us, but how we choose to perform our roles. Principle 3. Stop associating wealth with happiness. In our first principle, we delve into the profound truth that wealth does not equate to happiness. Seneca, a luminary in Stoic thought, once profoundly stated, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." This powerful quote encapsulates a core Stoic belief. Happiness isn't found in the abundance of possessions, but in the richness of virtue and personal ethics. Stoicism teaches us to shift our focus from the relentless pursuit of material wealth to the cultivation of virtues such as self-control, courage, fairness, and the application of wisdom in our lives. Consider the irony of life's narrative. Millionaires plagued by discontent and ordinary individuals radiating joy. This stark contrast reveals a crucial insight. The digits in your bank account don't dictate your happiness. What truly matters is the depth of your character and the integrity of your actions. Material possessions, while momentarily satisfying, are fleeting in their ability to bring lasting joy. Take, for example, the excitement of acquiring a new mobile phone. Initially, it's exhilarating, but as time passes, the novelty wears off, and it becomes just another object in our daily lives. This transient nature of material joy underscores the need to reassess our understanding of wealth and happiness. Stoicism invites us to recognize that wealth is external, unstable, and subject to change, and thus, it's an unreliable source of true happiness. Instead, Stoicism advocates for a life rich in virtue, a life that's meaningful and valuable. As Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, wisely said, "He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe." This harmony is achieved not through accumulating wealth, but through developing a virtuous character that aligns with the natural order of life. By embracing this Stoic principle, we learn to find contentment and joy in the simplicity and authenticity of living a virtuous life, rather than in the endless pursuit of material wealth. Stoic philosophy extends beyond the understanding that material wealth isn't synonymous with happiness. It fosters a deep sense of gratitude for what we already possess. By learning to appreciate and value the positive aspects of our lives, we often discover that we are far richer than we initially thought. This richness isn't just about acknowledging what we have, but also about comprehending its true value. Moreover, Stoicism encourages us to enrich our spirits by investing in knowledge, experiences, relationships, and mindful expenditures. The knowledge we gain, the experiences we collect, and the love we share are enduring treasures that accompany us throughout life's journey. These elements collectively represent true wealth, offering a profound sense of satisfaction and meaning. This is the wealth that deserves our respect and exploration as we navigate our path. To encapsulate, Stoic philosophy presents a transformative perspective on the relationship between wealth and happiness. It teaches us that true happiness doesn't hinge on the accumulation of material possessions. Rather, it emerges from cultivating virtue and leading a life of righteousness. In this light, Stoicism stands as a beacon of inspiration, guiding us in our quest for genuine meaning and joy in life. This philosophy doesn't just change our view of wealth. It transforms our entire approach to living, steering us towards a more fulfilling and contented existence. Principle 4. Embracing risk. The very mention of risk often triggers unease and apprehension. It's a natural response, but one that can hinder our journey towards personal growth and spiritual liberation. Stoicism, with its emphasis on patience, courage, and self-discipline, encourages us to confront risks with insight and unwavering determination. Consider the inspiring tales of two renowned figures, Marcus Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, who embody the essence of daring to transform dreams into reality. Zuckerberg, the tech mogul behind Facebook, once remarked, "In a rapidly changing world, the only strategy to ensure failure is not to take risks." His decision to leave college and focus on Facebook was fraught with uncertainty, yet it catapulted him to unprecedented success in the tech world. Similarly, Elon Musk, having amassed a fortune from PayPal, chose not to rest on his laurels in the safe confines of information technology. Instead, he ventured into the uncharted territories of SpaceX and Tesla. Despite the looming threat of bankruptcy, his audacity paid off, turning both ventures into monumental successes. Pause for a moment and ponder. What distinguishes the successful from the rest? It's their unflinching courage to embrace risks. They step beyond their comfort zones, confront uncertainty, and tackle challenges head on. Through these risks, they experience growth, acquire knowledge, and stride toward success. So, what does this mean for you? It's about shifting your perspective on risk. True courage isn't about eradicating fear or anxiety. It's about facing risks with confidence and not allowing fear to govern your choices. Understand that life's nature is impermanent and beyond complete control. Shying away from risks is merely squandering time and potential for growth. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." This principle resonates deeply with our discussion. It's a call to action, urging you to embrace risks as stepping stones to personal development and success. Remember, in the grand tapestry of life, it's the risks we take and the challenges we overcome that weave the most vibrant and meaningful patterns. In navigating the tumultuous waters of our financial lives, we often find ourselves at the crossroads of risk and reward. Imagine you're embarking on a new venture, pivoting your career, or choosing to invest, rather than indulge in fleeting pleasures. While the outcome may not always align with your expectations, the potential for surpassing them is equally plausible. This concept is deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, which teaches us that growth and development are forged in the furnace of adversity. Each setback is not a defeat but a lesson. Every obstacle, a stepping stone to fortitude. The Stoics, with their profound wisdom, understood the essence of patience and self-control in mastering life's challenges. It's crucial to clarify, however, that Stoicism doesn't advocate for reckless gambles. Instead, it champions the art of calculated risk, taking, underpinned by thorough knowledge, wisdom, and a nuanced understanding of one's circumstances. This approach dovetails seamlessly with the Stoic principles of self-awareness and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Embracing risks, therefore, is not just about facing uncertainties. It's about unlocking doors to untapped opportunities and growth. Stoicism posits that true maturity and success are unattainable if we perpetually cling to the safety of our comfort zones. Boldly confronting risks is integral to sculpting a life of significance and prosperity. It's through courage, patience, and self-control that we can meet every challenge with a spirit of openness and a willingness to learn. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that things are difficult." This mindset is a conduit to spiritual liberation and a life replete with meaningful success. Principle 5. Stop living to please others. Delving into this principle, let's recall the profound words of Marcus Aurelius, It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. This insightful quote from the Stoic emperor encapsulates the essence of focusing on self-awareness and personal virtue, rather than being ensnared by the trap of external validation. Stoicism teaches us that our lives are anchored in our own hands, and the fountain of true happiness springs from self-awareness and self-control. Living to satisfy others' expectations or seeking their approval is a path fraught with dependence on the fluctuating opinions and judgments of those around us. This dependence places us in a relentless battle against the ever-changing tides of life, a battle we are destined to lose if we don't anchor ourselves in our own values and beliefs. In our modern digital era, societal pressures are omnipresent, urging us to conform and meet external expectations. This relentless pressure often sweeps people away, compelling them to lead lives that are a shadow of their true selves. This pursuit of approval and acceptance impacts not just our personal identity, but extends its tendrils into how we manage our finances and personal life. It drives us into a relentless chase after the lifestyles, possessions, and social status of others, often at the cost of our own financial health and personal well-being. Consider the story of a young individual, brimming with enthusiasm for the arts and a burning passion for writing. Yet bowing to societal pressures and family expectations, he abandons his dream to tread the path of an unfulfilling financial career. In choosing a path laid out by others, he loses a vital part of his identity, a part that resonated with his true self. This passivity, this surrender to external expectations, often leads many into the quagmire of debt or a lifestyle beyond their means in a vain attempt to mirror the extravagance they see in others. The Stoic principle of independence implores us to resist this temptation and to steadfastly chart our own course towards financial independence. It reminds us to be like an archer, unwaveringly focused on the bullseye, understanding that true accuracy comes from within, not from the distractions around us. In the words of another Stoic philosopher, Seneca, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. This statement reinforces the Stoic belief in focusing on what is within our control, our thoughts, actions, and reactions. By embracing this principle, we can navigate through life's financial challenges with a serene mind and a resilient spirit, unswayed by the opinions and expectations of others, and firmly rooted in our own path to financial and personal fulfillment. Embarking on the path of financial freedom and personal fulfillment through Stoic principles isn't just a journey, it's a transformation. Imagine you're at the helm of your life, navigating through the seas of societal pressures and personal challenges. How do you start this transformative journey? Firstly, it's about understanding who you are. Dive deep into the core of your being to unearth your values, aspirations, and dreams. It's crucial to pinpoint what genuinely resonates with you, shaping a vision for your life that's uniquely yours. Secondly, construct your life and financial blueprints rooted in these personal values. Instead of getting caught in the trap of comparison or bending to others' expectations, let your goals and values be the guiding stars in your financial planning. Thirdly, embrace the art of self-management and control. Stoicism teaches us the power of reining in our emotions and actions, while also acknowledging the uncontrollable aspects of life. Concentrate on what's in your hands and gracefully accept the inevitable changes. Remember, patience is your ally. Your journey is distinct, and the road to success is paved with your own footsteps. This transformation isn't an overnight phenomenon. It demands patience, persistence, and a journey inward. By stepping away from living for others' approval, you gain mastery over not just your finances, but your entire life. Resist the urge to let societal norms steer your financial choices. Strive for financial independence that aligns with your values, armed with patience and determination. Remember, in this journey, you're not just a participant but a unique competitor in your own right. By integrating these Stoic principles into your life, you're not just making a change, you're undergoing a profound metamorphosis. This isn't just about financial liberation, it's about a significant shift in your life's narrative leading to deep-seated satisfaction and freedom. Principle 6. Stop neglecting personal development. In the realm of Stoicism, a philosophy embraced by luminaries like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, personal development is not just a recommendation, it's a cornerstone. These Stoic philosophers teach us that the essence of true happiness and fulfillment is rooted in the cultivation of our inner selves, in nurturing the soul and spirit. This journey towards self-improvement is not a luxury, but a vital aspect of living a meaningful and purposeful life. So what exactly does personal development mean within the Stoic framework? It's far from being a vague or arbitrary concept. Stoicism views personal development as a duty of the highest order. It's about dedicating time and effort to refine our inner qualities, to foster virtues that elevate our spirit. The Stoic pursuit isn't merely to fulfill material desires but to enrich ourselves spiritually, to grow in wisdom and virtue with each day that passes. Imagine personal development as an expansive journey, one that doesn't seek absolute perfection, but rather continuous growth and lifelong learning. In this journey, the pressure of achieving perfection is not our burden. Our true aim is to evolve, to become more virtuous and enlightened with each new day. Every morning presents a fresh canvas, an opportunity to enhance our souls and cultivate moral virtues. A quote from a Stoic philosopher can further inspire this journey. "He who fears death will never do anything worth of a man who is alive," by Seneca. This quote reminds us of the importance of living courageously and purposefully, traits that are essential in personal development. Another critical aspect of this journey is self-control. It's about taking the reins of our personal growth, not allowing ourselves to be ensnared by weaknesses or swept away by life's tumultuous currents. With self-control, we streamline our journey of self-improvement, becoming more adept at navigating life's challenges and turning them into opportunities for growth. This principle of Stoicism is not just a path to financial stability, it's a guide to a richer, more fulfilling life. The concept of the comfort zone, often perceived as a haven of peace and stability, is in reality a realm of stagnation and decline. This zone, devoid of challenges, may seem appealing, yet it is a place where growth is halted and potential remains untapped. In contrast, the growth zone, though fraught with difficulties, is the crucible, where our spirit and soul are tempered and fortified. It's in this zone where we encounter the trials that catalyze our lifelong learning and personal evolution. The dynamic nature of the world around us necessitates a mindset of perpetual learning. If we cease to learn, we risk obsolescence, much like a shark that must keep swimming to survive. Our continuous learning is essential for maintaining relevance and competitiveness in an ever-changing environment. Concerns about the practicality of these endeavors, considering time and financial constraints, are valid. However, Stoic philosophy teaches us the value of self-control and decision-making. It's not about choosing the path of least resistance, but rather making choices that align with our long-term objectives. This might mean prioritizing personal development over leisure or unnecessary expenditures. The key is not in making grand sacrifices, but in making deliberate choices that serve our overarching goals. From a Stoic viewpoint, prioritizing personal development is not merely a strategy for skill enhancement or knowledge acquisition. It's about a deeper, more profound journey of nurturing the soul and cultivating moral virtues. Personal development in this sense is not a destination to be reached, but an ongoing journey of maturity and spiritual enrichment. It's a path that continually unfolds, offering endless opportunities for growth and self-discovery. Principle 7. Stop spending beyond your means. Now, this might seem like straightforward advice, but it's astonishing how often it's ignored. Picture this. We're living in a world bombarded by ads, constantly telling us we need the latest gadget or fashion to be happy. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that happiness comes from what we buy, leading us to spend more than we can afford. But here's a Stoic truth for you. Real joy isn't found in endless shopping sprees or piling up stuff. It's about finding contentment within ourselves. Stoicism teaches us that happiness comes from self-control, from not letting our desires overrun our resources. Imagine a life where you're not constantly chasing the next purchase, but instead, finding peace in what you already have. That's the essence of living within your means. Let me tell you a story. There was once a man who always bought the newest and most expensive things, believing they would make him happy. But no matter what he bought, the satisfaction was fleeting, and soon he was looking for the next big purchase. It was only when he embraced the Stoic principle of finding joy in simplicity and self-restraint that he truly found peace. Practicing the principle of not spending beyond our means is a transformative journey, one that begins with distinguishing our needs from our desires. It's essential to recognize that while basic needs like food, shelter, and clothing are vital, desires such as the latest tech gadgets or luxury items aren't necessities. This understanding is the first step towards better financial management. In our modern world, where uncontrolled shopping is often encouraged by advertising and social pressures, Stoic philosophy offers a beacon of wisdom. It warns us against falling into the consumer trap, urging us to find happiness not in material possessions, but in the richness of our relationships, the pursuit of personal interests, and the serenity of a simple life. Imagine the sense of security that comes from having savings for unexpected expenses without the panic. Picture the freedom from the crushing weight of debt, the ability to spend more time with loved ones, delve into new hobbies, or even start a business. Envision a comfortable retirement, free from financial worries. All this is achievable when we live within our means. Living within our financial limits isn't just about saving money. It's about creating a life filled with opportunities. Opportunities to chase our dreams, to be with family and friends, and to secure our future. It's not merely a wise financial choice, but a Stoic way of life, embracing self-control and finding contentment in what we have. By integrating Stoic principles into our financial habits, we're not just building wealth, we're crafting a life that's prosperous, sustainable, and most importantly, at peace. This is the essence of Stoicism in personal finance, a path to a richer, more fulfilling life. So, my friends, as we navigate through our own financial journeys, let's remember this. Happiness isn't about owning more, it's about wanting less and appreciating what we have. It's about understanding that the best things in life aren't things. This principle isn't just about saving money. It's about freeing ourselves from the endless cycle of desire and disappointment. It's about discovering the wealth of contentment that lies within. Principle 8. Stop resisting change. In this principle of our Stoic journey to financial freedom, we delve into the profound yet challenging concept of embracing change. Stoicism, with its deep roots in understanding and accepting the ebb and flow of life, offers us a powerful lens through which to view the inevitability of change, especially in our financial lives. This principle is not just about acknowledging change, but about actively adapting to it, much like a skillful sailor navigating the ever-changing seas. The natural world is in a constant state of flux. Seasons transition, tides ebb and flow, and the sun marks the passage of time, with its daily dance across the sky. This perpetual motion is a clear testament to life's dynamic nature. Similarly, our lives, including our financial circumstances, are never static. They are more akin to a river, always moving, always evolving. The key to not just surviving, but thriving in this ever-changing landscape is to move with the current of life, not against it. In the realm of finance, this principle takes on a critical role. The economy is a living, breathing entity, continuously shifting. Industries rise and fall, interest rates swing, and job markets transform. These changes can be daunting, but they are not insurmountable. The Stoic approach teaches us to not only accept these changes, but to become adept at navigating through them. It's about seeing change not as an obstacle, but as an opportunity for growth and adaptation. Often, we resist change in our financial lives in various ways. It might manifest as a reluctance to acknowledge the decline of our chosen career field, a hesitation to learn new skills, or a stubborn adherence to outdated investment strategies that no longer bear fruit. Sometimes it's the fear of venturing into new investment territories, paralyzed by the what-ifs, and thus missing out on potential gains. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, once said, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." This profound statement encapsulates the essence of this principle. It's about transforming our mindset to see change as a natural and essential part of life's journey. By doing so, we open ourselves to a world of possibilities, learning to adapt, grow, and ultimately, prosper in our financial endeavors. To effectively resist the urge to resist change, especially in the context of financial stability and growth, Stoic philosophy offers us 4 invaluable pieces of advice. Shift your mindset. The first step is to alter how we perceive change. It's essential to recognize that change is not just a challenge but an opportunity for growth and new possibilities. Think of the metamorphosis of a caterpillar into a butterfly, a beautiful analogy for the transformative power of change. By viewing change as a gateway to new opportunities and prosperity, we open ourselves to the potential for significant personal and financial growth. Pursue knowledge. Knowledge is a powerful tool in combating the fear that often accompanies change. By staying informed about economic trends, new investment opportunities, and best financial practices, we equip ourselves to navigate through the uncertainties of change. This education helps us make informed decisions, reducing the anxiety that often comes with the unknown. Maintain a balanced perspective. It's crucial to understand that change can bring both gains and losses. This balanced perspective helps us to see the silver lining in seemingly negative situations. A job loss might pave the way for a more fulfilling career. A failed investment can offer invaluable lessons, and financial difficulties can cultivate patience and wisdom. By acknowledging both the positive and negative aspects of change, we can maintain a more stable and resilient mindset. Embrace flexibility. Flexibility is key in adapting to change. Being rigid in our financial planning, career choices, and investment strategies can lead to missed opportunities and unnecessary hardships. Like a tree that bends in a storm to avoid breaking, flexibility allows us to adapt and thrive amidst change. This adaptability is crucial in navigating the ever-changing economic landscape. In essence, Stoicism teaches us that the world is a dynamic, ever-evolving canvas, and we are the artists of our own lives. By adopting the right mindset, seeking knowledge, maintaining a balanced perspective, and being flexible, we can paint a picture of not just financial prosperity but also a life rich in experiences, growth, and fulfillment. Embracing change is not merely a strategy for financial success. It's a philosophy for a vibrant, interesting, and satisfying life. It's about turning the pages of our life's book, eager to discover what lies in the next chapter. So, let's not resist change. Let's embrace it, for it is the pathway to true freedom, satisfaction, and the realization of our fullest potential. In conclusion, embracing change is not just a financial strategy, it's a life philosophy. It's about understanding that just as the seasons change, so do our lives and our finances. By adopting a Stoic mindset, we learn to flow with the tides of change, using them to propel us forward rather than hold us back. This is the essence of true financial and personal resilience. Remember, in the words of another great Stoic, Seneca, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Let us embrace these endings and the new beginnings they bring, for in them lies our path to a prosperous and fulfilling life. Principle 9. Stop fearing failure. In the journey of life, especially when it comes to financial stability and personal growth, the fear of failure looms large, often acting as a formidable barrier. It's a shadow that darkens our path, hindering us from seizing new opportunities and taking the risks that are sometimes necessary for success. Reflecting on the Stoic teachings, particularly those of Epictetus, who wisely stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters," we uncover a profound principle. Stop fearing failure. Stoicism, a philosophy that has stood the test of time, teaches us to reframe our view of failure. It's not a defeat, but rather an essential part of our growth and learning journey. The fear of failure can be paralyzing, leading to missed opportunities and a life of stagnation. However, Stoicism encourages us to embrace failure as a teacher, a guide that leads us through the complexities of life. Each failed attempt, each stumble and fall, is in fact a lesson in disguise, offering insights and wisdom that the smooth road of success alone cannot provide. Consider the story of an entrepreneur, hesitant to embark on a new venture due to the fear of failure. This fear is not just a barrier to potential success. It also blocks the valuable learning experiences that come with overcoming challenges. Stoicism advises us to shift our perspective, to view failure not as an obstacle but as a stepping stone towards success. Marcus Aurelius, another great Stoic philosopher, once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." By adopting this mindset, we open ourselves to growth, resilience, and ultimately, to achieving both financial and personal prosperity. In practical terms, embracing this Stoic principle of stopping the fear of failure means cultivating a mindset that not only welcomes challenges, but thrives in their presence. It's about approaching life with a resilience that remains unshaken in the face of setbacks. This involves making calculated decisions, fully understanding the risks involved, and being prepared to learn from whatever outcome arises. Financially speaking, this translates into not recoiling from new investments, career changes, or innovative business ideas simply due to the fear of failure. Instead, it's about engaging in thorough research, embracing calculated risk-taking, and maintaining a steadfast commitment to learning and adapting, regardless of the results. To summarize, by conquering the fear of failure, we align ourselves with the empowering philosophy of Stoicism. This alignment enables us to face life's uncertainties with a unique blend of courage and wisdom. Adopting this approach not only enhances our financial well-being, but also significantly enriches our personal growth. It makes us more resilient, adaptable, and equipped to handle the inevitable ups and downs of life. In doing so, we embody the true spirit of Stoicism, turning every challenge into an opportunity for growth, and every setback into a stepping stone towards greater wisdom and strength. Principle 10. Embracing the essence of simplicity. In the wise words of the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. This profound statement lays the foundation for our 10th principle, embracing the essence of simplicity. This principle, deeply ingrained in Stoic philosophy, advocates for a life of contentment, unburdened by the relentless chase for more. It's a call to rediscover the joy in simplicity, recognizing that true happiness isn't anchored in wealth or possessions. In the realm of financial health, this principle champions the virtue of focusing on the necessary rather than being ensnared in the endless pursuit of more. It's not about living in deprivation, but about finding genuine joy and fulfillment in the fundamentals. It teaches us that our happiness isn't tied to how much we own, but to how we perceive and value what we have. In today's consumer-driven society where success is often measured by material accumulation, Stoicism challenges us to rethink this paradigm. It encourages us to find wealth in simplicity. This might mean choosing a modest yet comfortable living space over a lavish one, or finding satisfaction in a dependable vehicle instead of a luxury brand. It's about cherishing what we have, rather than perpetually yearning for more. To integrate this principle into our financial lives, we must take deliberate steps. Firstly, it involves a critical assessment of our spending, differentiating between mere desires and true necessities. Secondly, it calls for cultivating gratitude for our current possessions, fostering a sense of fulfillment. Thirdly, it's about making intentional choices that resonate with a simpler way of life, such as valuing experiences over material items, or prioritizing quality in our acquisitions. By adopting simplicity, we not only alleviate the financial strain that comes with overconsumption, but also cultivate a deeper appreciation for life's genuine riches. This principle enlightens us that a life filled with meaning and joy doesn't necessitate complexity or abundance, but can be found in the serenity and beauty of a simpler existence. As Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, eloquently put it, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." This sentiment perfectly encapsulates the essence of this principle, guiding us towards a path of financial and personal contentment. As we conclude today's journey through the transformative world of Stoicism with our video, "Stop Being Broke" with these 10 life-changing Stoic principles, I invite you to reflect on how these principles can reshape your financial and personal landscape. Remember, Stoicism isn't just a philosophy, it's a practical toolkit for life. It empowers you to navigate through challenges with resilience and wisdom, turning obstacles into opportunities for growth and fulfillment. I encourage you to not just watch and listen, but to actively engage with these teachings. Apply them in your daily life, observe the changes, and share your experiences. How have these Stoic principles influenced your financial decisions? Have they brought a new perspective to your life's challenges? Your stories and insights could be the beacon of hope and inspiration for someone in our community. So don't hesitate to comment below with your thoughts and experiences. Share this video with those who might benefit from it, and let's create a ripple effect of positive transformation. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Stoic in Your Life for more content that bridges ancient wisdom with modern living, helping you grow stronger and more fulfilled each day. Thank you for joining us on this Stoic journey. Together, let's continue to explore, learn, and apply these timeless principles, making every day a step towards a more prosperous, balanced, and joyful life. See you in the next video, where we'll delve deeper into the art of living wisely and well. Stay stoic, stay